Well, I mean, Ron Flex, you saw the title. It's day one. Admittedly, very close to day two, but it is somehow still day one. I love that they call it session notes. I arrived in Tolstad, waking up in a morgue. Definitely not an undead, by the way. I only got stabbed real deep and didn't bleed and woke up in a morgue with a necromancer around. Definitely not an undead. Oh, desktop audio. Right, this game's a bit quiet, so, you know, I can crank it up. Unlike Mario and Luigi, which I have to crank down. Ahem. You still need to get inside. Yes, the tea shop that blew up. The entrance is in the middle of a big open outside area. If you find yourself stuck there, probably some other ways of getting inside. Well, I gotta talk to the guy first. Beyond that, you've also got an urge to track down for what you heard about the guy. He could have already left the city, though maybe if you're looking to catch him before he hops on a ship out of Waterlane, but nothing so far has given you any decisive evidence. There was a masked assassin. You have no clue who has it out for you. Everything about this stinks. Chris. I don't know who Chris is, but he's right. I'm really annoyed I haven't found this owner. Cause like I got past the griffin and everything, and I'm like, clearly the owner's gonna be here, right? You wouldn't. Chris is the dev? Ah, and the DM. I see. Oh god, were we already talking to this guy? Or was I about to talk to this guy? Darrow. Fuck, I don't remember if I talked to this guy or not. Hold on. If I load. Whoops. Alright, quit to menu. If I. There should be a. Yeah, okay. Load option. That doesn't help. What was I drunk when I fucking played that? God damn it. What is. Wef was. Son of a bitch. Penguin. What is it? It's got you so. The good news. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What good news? You had a job interview today. Oh, shit. I called this one rest. Just like 8 minutes later. Went past the griffin, there was text like, move these boxes by tomorrow. I think that is what you may have missed. When I went past the griffin, there was text, something like, move these boxes by tomorrow. Oh. So that's gonna open up. I see. Well, whatever, continue. I still gotta talk to this guy anyway. How's the game? I love this game. Oh yeah, Snell had to like wait outside or something. Right. Lot to interact with here. A whale of many colors. Okay. Anyway. Cleric! I do believe it's getting late. Perhaps you should head off. Oh, fuck, I did talk to this guy. God, this is the problem with not having played it for a week. I don't remember what the hell we talked about. Please take off your boots. The angel stands tall. She's blocking the hallway leading further into Coin Lord's Coin Lord. Why was that such a difficult thing for me to say? Manor. Haven't you talked to this dude already? Yeah, I sure did, but it was a week ago and I forgot what we talked about. Problem with playing this game a week at a time. She looks like a giant here despite the high ceiling. Her many eyes glare at you. I spoke to the magistrate. She nods. Be finished with your business here. Got the key to the guard tower for resting, and I got the tea shop password. I gathered the key thing from there, and I figured I more or less got the tea shop password. Talking with him was the whole reason to get into the tea shop. I imagine there's a universe where if I go into the Undercity, I can sneak into the tea shop somehow. Or if I'm like strong enough, I can rip the boards off, but sure didn't do that. Dara's letting me stay in the tower. Spinning eyes stop for a moment. Uh-oh. Run! I deal with kids all day. Yeah, it was take your kid to work day. I am aware. I'm not taking your bed, am I? That would be rude. I do not sleep, cleric. Oh. So is there... Don't say weird. Weird. Ah, so that's why gestures at the face. Got it. Just be polite. Bowserhead does not respond. Do I get it to myself? No. Okay, well. Which doesn't mean you're roommates exactly. It's temporary. Angel appears to sigh. Mimicry. I'll just be going to the tower then. There's a bedroll on the upper floor. Do not touch anything. Listen to her. Obey! Okay. I'll just be going then. Keys for free lodging, which is real close in the shop password. Yeah. And I'm supposing Snell went off to Tea Leaf, back to his... well, he's got a place, doesn't he? Might have reported to Tea Leaf and then gone back home. She did say not to touch anything. So, like, how bad would it really be if I... Pile of ledgers covered in official city seals. Probably wouldn't like me fucking with that. A thick pile of documents, each adorned with a symbol of a fish. Official city documents contain useful information. Do you see the size of this pile? It'd take hours to go through it all. Snell said, see you tomorrow. Yeah. Flip through and skim. Documents are not very organized. However, your eyes glance over some titles, reports, and statements made over decades, and you find a few that catch your attention. Sweeping your gaze over the pile, you immediately stop at a bill of sales. A sale by the city to Ascani Reed's Trading Company, or Artsy, if you will. Just lifting... fucking strength. Just lifting the ledgers one by one gives you a strong feeling of not wanting to do this right now. Go quest instead. This is the quest! The older files. Focus on the oldest. There's where you find the interesting perspectives. Obviously, just look for any mention of the tea shop. However, be careful. Each attempt to analyze a document will take time out of your day. Oh, it's already like midnight, though. Ow. I think that's... Isn't that the newspaper? Letters. That's 3 hours. That's so much time. Under cost expansion efforts. I could probably get the short report. D&D hard mode. Yeah. Hardcore D&D. But not the fun kind. I can probably burn 30 minutes. That'll put me just after, well, be like 12:30. It's a single page going over the official statement regarding the tea shop incidents on the 21st of March. Hey, you spend 30 minutes reading through the report. Oh, did I level up off that? No, it's just, I got a hit point for some reason. There's interesting details here, mostly things you've heard before. However, one detail sticks out that several people do mention a man... It's this guy in yellow, named Frank, son of Frank. As most likely not your culprit, however. Oh, if this person is avoiding authorities, he could know something relevant. Keep in mind if you need to waste time at some point. True. I'll leave the rest for now. Getting rid of these exhaustion points is so close. All my spell slots back. Pile of books on theology and history. I'm good. A copper calendar. On the wall, you see a classic copper calendar. Most households in Norvik have one. Your mom had one that would glow on birthdays. Ah, that's cute. It's spinning ever so slowly. The outer wheel moves one full step every day. The middle wheel moves every month, and the inner wheel moves every year. Oh, day, month, year. Interesting. They do it the American way. You know, because day, then that makes up months, which make up years. It's almost like that makes sense. Ahem. What day is it? March 22nd. Yeah, okay. Oh, look, I know exactly when that is. It's not third moon of the umbral week in the season of Pure or some bullshit. It's just March 22nd. Hell yeah. Give me those holidays. We have various holidays marked on the copper plate. Earth's Passing, or Gorgani. Felteni, the Fast of Tuk. March. The Great Migration. Belton, Blood Night. Yeah, see, that's a fantasy calendar. Blood Night 1st, 7th, Silence 7th. Thissy, River Run 3rd, Giant's Crown 23rd. Thusi, Folks Feast. Cronus, Toll's Dance. Ingarmi, Phoenix Watch. Eltre, Torrens, these are all meaningless, but cool. Oh, Sumil, Robe Light Night. How am I? Doing all right. That's enough of the calendar. Cool though it is. What that? A chest high up. Too far away. Oh, well. Glorious shrine to the one and only Earth. Pray, what other gods are there? Prepare spells. I'm done here. It's too high up. Oh, I need Mage Hand, don't I? Fuck. Oh, well. I have my spell book to pick up, but I think that's tomorrow evening. Anyway. Let's just use the bedroll. There it goes. The first day of the job. Before you lies a bedroll. No, really, what is this thing? It's a bedroll, man. Why do I have to sleep? I ask the universe. That's the spirit. If you stay awake for more than 48 hours, you will die. Failure, by the way, which is not good for your physical health. You should go to bed now. Taking a long rest restores hit points, hit dice, lowers exhaustion to 0, and returns your spent spell slots. Yep. You can go over time, you won't die from it. It says that I will. It'll just give you exhaustion. If you get enough exhaustion in D&D, you do die. Gaining a point of health thing is from a feat. Don't recall what it is, but there's a feat that lets you recover an HP per hour passed. Oh. Long rest lasts 8 hours a day, and you can take one after 10 o'clock, or 8 o'clock, excuse me, each day. Get like 6 exhaustion if you don't go to sleep, and 10 is death. That is rough. Don't really, what is this thing? Huh? It's a bed. Doesn't look like a bed. Leather bound and filled with ox clippings. Somewhat soft. A bed roll. Ah, like one of those things adventurers use when sleeping on a journey. Yes. This is gonna hurt your back. At least there's no snoring here. Remember the barracks? Ugh. Here only wind and the occasional giant seagull. I gotta talk to that seagull. It'd be a good place to rest. Alright. Take a long rest. Staying within the confines of the Gar Tower, you spend 8 hours on your long rest. Well, was that seduce Snell or pay the, no need to roll any encounters? You've had enough of venturing for one day. Now, let's see. There was that, like, place you could rent, I think. Smart move talking things out with the doors. Let's hope you can keep this civil moving forward as well. I get a review every day. Nice. Perfect, since I don't remember what I did. As for those youngsters, brave you to rush in like that. Lots of radicals on the streets these days. About that. Modisa and Rollo seem like they've been at war for quite some time. Maybe this won't be the last you see of them. Yes, well. At war for children, so... And sorry about letting you stumble into the city below. I'm surprised you made it out alive. Yeah! But he said sorry, so thank you. I appreciate that. But now it's time to deal with the main quest. The tea shop awaits. Indeed. That was brutal. An acknowledgement that was, you know, a dick move is appreciated, I guess. Kind of funny. Day 2. Your muscles strain as the second day begins. Today you need to gather more evidence. The mystery will not solve itself. Okay, so I think, based on what I'm hearing, there was a theory presented that this bird guy is going to try and ship himself out in a box. His foolproof plan or whatever, so I need to investigate that. I had to look at the tea shop. I want to check the harbor since a new shop unlocked because they were closed for the day, and now apparently boxes have moved. And then I probably need to head down into the dungeon and poke around legitimately. I didn't do, well, I was going to say I didn't do much. I did find that tree and all its cool stuff, and the one person down there hanging out with me being like, yeah, people that go forward keep dying. It's like, okay, I'll just, you know, I'll maybe save this for later when I'm a little bit better equipped to deal with it. Not so much exhaustion. Today you gather more evidence. Yeah, the mystery. Not feeling good. I fell asleep quickly. I had the weirdest dream. Who cares if I'm actually complete the mission or not? Well, probably Twitch chat. Do you? Fragments, whispers, a voice that isn't yours. New city, new tower, new bedroll, new ish. You're a little scatterbrained. It's what it is. It is what it is. Some say dreams are the mortal's mind way of receiving divinations. If that were true, I'd be in way more car accidents. Just saying. But that's bullshit. Yeah, exactly. Just don't think about it, okay? Well, if you say so, Dexterity. Time to start the day. Right, I can only cast Speak with Animals in conversation, which is a little bit annoying. Good morning. I don't suppose you've got, like, biscuits or coffee or anything. Oh, speaking of coffee, wait a minute. Oh, wait, do I have enough water? No, I don't think I have enough water. I want coffee, but I don't have the water for it. I could use this bottle of rum to make coffee, but that seems like a bad idea. I could also use this seltzer water to make coffee, and that seems like a less bad idea, but still not a good idea. Celestial appears to focus on her work. No. A stack of many, many documents with her many eyes. There's no acknowledgement of your presence in her many, many eyes. She's avoiding eye contact in an effort to avoid conversation. I see. Thank you, wife. I wasn't actually going to make coffee out of rum or seltzer, but my wife brought me bottled water that I can add to my coffee maker. Just real quick, so some on-the-spot coffeeing. We talking with animals in the first place? Do you speak with animals? Yes, quite. A little water ASMR for you guys. That's good enough. She brought me 2 bottles, which is excessive. You can't take those chances. What do you mean? Are you suggesting you don't trust me to not make coffee with seltzer and or rum? So she's trying to avoid conversation. None of them are looking at you. What are the odds? I'm busy. I see. So, listen. Strong, spooky, scary woman avoiding conversation. I know how to handle it. Busy with what? Notes. Do you need help? I do not require assistance, cleric. Muster up courage to ask her about Earth. Which apparently is easier because I defeated a skeleton at one point. I did do that, and I told her what I thought about her eyes. Huh. Cool. You fear what I'll do for a bit? Oh, I would absolutely do it for a bit. If prompted, I absolutely would. I'm not going to do it unless prompted, though. And certainly not on a work night. Maybe Friday I'll try seltzer coffee. I drank window cleaner unprompted. Yeah, window cleaner unprompted. No. Somebody said hydrate, and it was all I had. That was prompted. Honestly, gotta look at your definition of unprompted. Can you fly or float? Hell yeah. What's it like being an angel? I want to do this just because, you know, it's a check that I'll probably pass. I can't just ask her about Earth. Why wouldn't I be able to? That depends. Do you think she would respect you for daring to ask a question? Yeah. No, that sounds horrifying. Strength, shut up. Earth's death weighs heavily on his close servants. This is the type of question that might be wildly offensive to an angel. Oh. Wow. She likes bold men. Okay, so this is... The game is shipping me with her, which, you know, sure, fine, I guess. All the women I want and men I want don't seem to be interested in me, so fuck it, why not? Damn bitch, you live like this. Tell me about Earth. Wow. You clench. That was lower than it really should have been. You pause unnecessarily body functions, I see. And some necessary ones like breathing. Then you focus on the goal. Speech. Tell me about Earth. She stops writing. She mimics a sigh, like that she has to mimic a sigh. The faded man god. Earth of Norvik. That's the guy! Yes. She lifts her hands and points to the chest. I serve his remnants. Diezik Smokow. Smokow? Smakal. Smako what? The city is more than a remnant. She does not react. She disagrees. Ooh. The Celestial turns her head in your direction just a bit. I uphold my honor through my service to the Coin Lord. She quit. Darrow sucks. Sounds like a shitty job, man. A job. She turns back to her documents. I am unsure about many things. Yet for now I serve. For good or ill. You've got an in! God, she's terrifying. Is she? She seems alright. Like, okay, the swirling ring of eyes would definitely give me pause for a minute, but she hardly seems like this threatening, terrifying aura that dexterity and strength seem to think she is. At least that's my opinion. There we go. Now she will speak with you for real. Will you join my party? Probably not, no. You have cool armor. She does have cool armor. Attempt to flirt. Hey, fuck it, why not? I've only failed every other time. Add another notch to the old failure belt. And before I completely ruin any sort of conversation I have with her, tell me about the pale guy in the morgue. She closes the book floating before her. Avoid that creature. There is darkness there. Her halo spins erratically for a moment. I have been told not to interfere, both with the mortician and his helpers. The pale man's reputation is insane. What the hell is he? Something is certainly off about him. Does he have something to do with the tea shop? Not likely. Why? Viskin has been a presence here for almost 4 decades, to my knowledge. During all that... Wow, really? Did not look a day over 30. He has never caused any issues. Beyond that, Viskin is also in tight cooperation with the Halfway Bridge tribe. Since they are main drivers of the investigation, it would be strange if Viskin was behind it. Although if you find any evidence towards his involvement, let me know. Interesting. What is he? At best, he is a weak arcanist. At worst, he's a powerful arcanist. Fair enough. A true arcanist would be fascinating. It is not impossible to imagine. Good info, thank you. Opens a book. Do not engage. That is my advice. Speaking of engagements... Listen, I'm just shooting at everything and hoping one of these bullets hits, alright? Sphinx didn't hit, Rick's biter didn't hit, Snell's not being hit yet. We have time. For some reason, I didn't want to flirt with the orc woman. I think it's because I didn't agree with her values. Honestly, though, it might get to the point where I don't have a choice. You could just not flirt. You could shut up. How about that? Imposing. You're an ethereal woman, yet also imposing. Ethereal. Her telepathic voice gets dropped down several octaves. All the way to back of your spine. I would need... Was that an 18 or better? It's not impossible. I'm just saying. That's doable. If I physically recoil, though, is just so... Never mind that, actually. Can I talk to her more and lower that DC? Many, yep. Okay. You have very cool armor. Thank you. She's welcome. I know I'm very generous. No, thank you. She keeps working. Okay, is it better now that I've complimented her armor? It really should be. All right, well. Let it ride! +2? Oh, +7, okay. Wow, that's not close. I needed an 18, and even with my modifiers, I couldn't get there. Why are you doing this to yourself? Women pretty. If Feel as if the world's against you. Yeah, been there. I might be pleasantly surprised. Well, not anymore, I won't be. This woman, she is too powerful. Like, as pertains to planes of existence, yours is in a different league from hers. The type to crush you like an insect, and yet you're trying to win her favor. Nah, not today. You have no idea what to say, maybe tomorrow if you're real lucky. Well, yeah. Oh, indeed. This is what happens when you try and speak with women. You suck. I have a feat that gives me an extra 2 checks with women? Hell yeah. Not on the flirting front, but otherwise. Oh, okay. Sure. You do not need to fight so much. Remember what she told you? The day she ran to the what the hell? Myron? I just wanted to flirt with a literal angel, okay? Didn't start out violent. An oppressed mass gathered on that day. It was not an Asgallist thing. There was no real Asgallism in those days. Not with the human workers, at least. 500 textile workers, mostly women, marching the streets in protest of horrendous working conditions. A powder kegs off by the latest indignity thrust upon them by the factory owners. A mass of unseen skilled labor, spawned out of cheap generators. They did not even employ any wizards to maintain the magic. Explosion. Normally, these invisible esoteric spirits would not be able to handle the workload of the average textile seamstress, but the simplification of some machinery made it suddenly possible. The women who lost their livelihoods, they got fired and replaced with magic, were screaming in the streets. This is only natural. 4 years earlier, the Bone Purge made it clear esoteric production was not the lifeblood of Norvik, and considering the dramatic failure of the Arcanist methods in the last century, most people agreed on that point. Alas, greed knows no bounds. True. Myron brought me there. She did. That girl did not think about anything but the egalitarian dream. Huffed up on green pamphlets and green books, she shared that dream with you, along with the rest of the group of outcasts. You and a handful of other activists of the youth held signs, chanting dwarven songs, and held the line as the fascists rolled in. I didn't throw any rocks. You went the peaceful route, despite their aggression. As the Earthguard peacekeepers pushed into the crowd, bulky pavises? Breaking bones and dislocating jaws, the group scattered. Pavises? One by one, the outcasts left to live in the system, instead of attempting to smash with the adamantine hammer. And I stayed behind like an idiot, as I do. You stood by your principles, or stood by her principles. She had a lot of those. You like the art of this? Yeah. Game's very, well, bad example, but the game is very pretty. When the bricks began to fly, it was far too late to back out. The roaring crowd surrounded. The batons pelted. The mass crying. The state won. Doesn't it always? It was the last time you saw Myron. Oh. May she rest in peace. What? She didn't die. Oh. She went her own way, man. Last year, she was leading the Asgallan front. She is their only female foreperson. I almost said spokesperson. Hey, good for her. She's one of the most influential women in Norvik. She's never sold out. Why do I miss her? Probably she was, like, cool and cute and funny and smart and kind and passionate and the things that, make a good partner. She made something out of herself. Yes, she was a woman with aim. Yeah. She never sold out. You knew she never would. So what, did I sell out? I mean, I'm not sure that makes it feel worse. Like, part of it sucks that I don't see her or speak to her anymore, but if she made something of herself and continued to lead people, that's great. That's phenomenal. Was she more into her work than she was into me, and I was there for her more than that? It's one of those. The first feeling is always the strongest. The rest are felt with cushions around the heart. Atir is still looking at you. You meet her gaze. Perhaps you should rethink your methods here. This whole flirting thing, you can try again later. Right now, just chill. Or, they literally took it out of the options. What do you think about the goblins? What information do you require? How are they, as a people? Can I trust their chieftain? Lady Sageleaf is a powerful creature. Hell yeah. Do not trifle with her or her pawns. Does making out with her count as trifling with her? Her behavior is clean and highly acceptable. Damn it! However, she does meddle in dark actions when needed. Ooh. Go on. She looks at you for a few seconds. Perform your duties and leave. Ah, she's smart. Avoiding gangs like that is the only decent way of preservation. She'll chew you up and spit you out. Yeah, please. Can she? Oh, they. Never mind. The mind sees what it wants. If preservation's your only goal, you must raise your sights. You can do great things in the dark side of the law if you're careful, of course. I have other non-goblin around questions. So do you sit here all day or what? No. Yeah, I've seen her outside. Not really sitting, just kind of floating. That is correct. Score! When the Coin Lord does not require my services, I attend to the archives from dusk till dawn, normally. Then I perform a patrol, as is described in my service contract. Can I come with you? Wow, you could really, like... I mean, I have other shit to be doing. As cute as it would be to go on patrol with her, like, I literally have an explosion to solve. Sounds contentable. Yeah. Contentable, that's the best you could do? Yes. Those feelings are very human. My services to the Coin Lord. Well, join my party. No, I am busy. Yeah, that's fair. If you play your cards right, anything's possible. Disappointing. Yeah, shut up, you. Right, have a good day. Let's go meet up with Snell. All right, first things first. Gotta talk to that well, I'll be honest, I assumed Snell would be waiting out here for me. Okay, let me go get Snell. I guess I could talk to the, I can't interact with them. I could talk to, that fucking seagull. There's nothing over here. No one? No one interact with here? Huh. Alright. Whoever was there moved on. Oh, and it's her. I like her. The goblin that plays the shamisen-looking thing. Is that a helmet? What the hell? This is new. Get there in a minute. You hear a tune dance in the cold, Ascani winds. Melancholy. But a reminder of a dream lost. In the edge of goblin. Yeah, I like her. Miss Nearly. She has a flower crown on top of her ruffled dark hair. Does she? She seems to have a bandana. And is playing an exotic instrument. Yeah, is that a shamisen? Or, there are so many stringed instruments like that. I do not recognize all of them. It's not a lute. It's not a guitar. Looks a bit shamisen-y. The song, you yearn for it. Eh, listen. Yeah, we've heard this before. I mean, I don't want to interrupt her. That's rude. So... the hell's all this? Wait. I don't know where you think you're going. Whoops. What is all this? Oh, this is the tea shop, I see. Okay, okay. I thought I was somewhere else. And I'm like, when did this happen? This is the tea shop. I gotta see what the hell's up with this, and then I gotta talk to Snell. I guess I have to talk to her about it. Who is this? And is that gargoyle alive, or is it just like a really cool accessory? I'm gonna butcher this name. You guy? Oyagi? Kargameshian. Vendor. Beneath the shadow of a gnarly statue sits a girl wrapped in a colorful garment. She's wearing some sort of hat with an attached veil covering her face. On the ground around here, upon fancy rug, you see assortment of strange trinkets, some of them quite potent esoteric auras. She tries to say something, but is clearly unable due to heavy layers of insulation. Funny you should ask. I'm voting for that. Ah! A like-minded, concerned citizen with the vote. She lifts up a small arm from underneath the layer, ripping the hat mask from her face. Does she have a hat mask? What? I said, gods, it's so cold here. Oh, I see. She's like bundled up. You see how her skin is a faint blue tint. That, along with the small figure, makes it obvious to you she is a halfling. You carry that thing around? Would that impress you? Yes. She taps the statue behind her with an evil grin. Let me introduce us formally. This here behind me is my guardian, Cruel Wing. Winged cruelty, flying evil, something like that. I like her. Oh, wow, a sassy short woman that's a vendor. Hello. Sageleaf who? Probably can't flirt with her anyway. I call him, Filler. Filler? Him? I mean, he's clearly a gargoyle, buddy. The one and only. As for me, if I'm gonna flirt with her, I really should know how to say her name properly. Oyugi? Oyugi. Oyugui. Oi, you guy! The traveling wind. She who brings that which tingles around the coast from band to band. Her voice carries in a wonderful exotic tonal melody. My services are available to you if you have some. If you have coin, excuse me. If you're selling something useful, then. Always, warrior, always. Though I'm still getting used to this, what do you call it here? Crown? Yes. Give me your crown, and you shall have great treasure. No dungeoneering required. She speaks strangely, somewhat. It's like she knows the language perfectly, but the way she talks is off. Of course, she's under the effect of tongues. Oh, I see. What do you say, warrior? Make my time worth it here in the cold. Do you have a license? What am I? Cop? Oh, wait. If you can't handle the cold, you shouldn't be in Ascani. Powerful spell using. What do you know about the tea shop? Who are you voting for in the election? Democratic Herald, yay. I heard there was an election ongoing. I'm lucky to have arrived at such an exciting time. Who are you voting for? I only just arrived, warrior. Now I visited Norvik but a few times, but I do not believe that constitutes me receiving voting rights, does it? I think it should. Why not? I can see a handful of reasons why a citizen should not hand out citizenship or voting rights to anyone who visited. Name 3. Okay. Thinks about it for a second. A foreign power could move in on their own people and undermine the locals. It'd be much easier for parties to fake existence of entire people and fudge election results. And I suppose it could lower the value of citizenship? From an emotional point of view, if nothing else. Yeah, okay. Those are good points. I often debate such topics in my travels. It's fun. Oh, I like her. I like her a lot. Ahem. Now, if I did have voting rights... Oh, I like her a lot. I'd vote for Asgalis, I think. I admire the spirit of cooperation between human and dwarf. Sometimes I wish more people in my homeland shared that value. I'm sure spread Asgalin far and wide once we win the election. She gives you a kind smile. I like the sound of that, warrior. Tell me about you. I'm suddenly very interested. More so than the exploded tea shop just off screen. Oh, you want a deep dive? Real deep. If you know what I mean. Where to even begin? I've had many experiences in my travels that might lead you to purchase one of my items that I will share. Is it difficult to turn a profit with business like this? Surprisingly, no. I purchase where goods are cheap and sell them in places where they are less so. Works surprisingly well as soon as I figure out the cheat. Cheat? Well, the secret is listening. Oh, I figured out the cheat. Oh. Make sure to keep an ear out among travelers, merchants, sailors especially. They talk a lot when they get drunk. I met an Ascani native once in a port in Vorgeni. I think it was Liston. Over the course of an evening, I showed him 10 magical items, and I priced each one at an exorbitant level. Way more than I ever dreamed of selling them for, since I'd gotten them for very little. Do I have a mint green shorty to tend to? Yeah. Snell can wait, all right? There's a cute blue girl who's a sassy merchant and shares my political views and has a pet gargoyle, all right? That's ticking a very high number of my boxes. Although, if the game's to be believed, it doesn't do anything for me. Ahem. He reacted like I was insane to each of them, except for when I showed him a minor alchemy jug that could only produce cow's milk. Minor alchemy jug. That's a good idea. I'm stealing that for the future. No one tell Nathan. He loves alchemy jugs, and nothing's going to annoy him more than making one that produces the actually useful things like poison. He has a very specific taste in women canonically. Well, he's wrong! He seems to like, he's not wrong per se. He seems to like, what is it, brawny women? He likes big, strong women. Nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying, as a world-renowned woman enjoyer over here, you gotta love all women. All of a sudden, he thought it was a great deal. I made a fortune in my last few trips to Norvik through a dozen of those chugs alone. Hell yeah. What's view on the Clanlands trouble? My view? Looks over her shoulder. Off the record? Off the record. In that case, I am entirely sympathetic. Excuse me. The Ford-Nip Commonwealth has been broken in half. Thousands subjugated and hostile foreign invading nation. My people fought for their independence for decades. What I see here is a repeat of Cargemishian history, played out right up upon the Golden Line. We stand by Ascani cousins. Nice. Our halfling neighbors must be helped. I mean, I want to help you specifically. Are you so invested they're clearly not the same type of halfling as you? Wow. That might be the worst thing to say. I read about celestial influence. As a merchant, I can tell you firsthand their power across the coast. Every port, every trade route, every company. They have investments everywhere. Sure, go for it. She seems smart and nice. I'll agree with her. Good to hear, warrior. Good to hear. Yeah, I can't. Ugh. Like that helmet. Why is it hanging on the friend? Oh, it's a warning. Last adventurer tried to steal from me left it behind. You can buy it if you want, if you dare. God. I feel like I'm being shackled with this my options of flirting. If the only ones I can actually flirt with are the orc woman and the angel, I can't remember the orc woman's name. The orc woman at least seems to have more, like, charisma. Don't get me wrong, I like the angel, but she's not exactly a chatty Cathy. And the orc woman, however, though I might disagree with her politically, at least seems, you know, charming and pleasant. Instead of just business 24/7. What can I interest you in, for example? Thought the character liked the Sphinx. Oh, if the Sphinx is an option, absolutely. There's also Ulzus, the Sphinx. Yeah. Listen, Sphinx is number one, but it's kind of a hard check. And Moongore the Bugbear. Oh, can you flirt with Moongore the Bugbear? Those are the people you can try and flirt with. I can try and flirt with a lot of people, but I don't get very far with the ones I tried. It was a week ago, all right? That's the one down hanging out with the tree in the dungeon, yeah? For lack of a better word, dungeon. What can I interest you in? For example, she pulls out a yellowed scroll from her chest. This is a scroll of comprehend language, and if you need to decipher ancient texts or speak with a foreigner, could be good. Right, I needed to impress her. That's right. I had to go and do something impressive beyond just kill skeleton. I recall that. I am in a little bit of a bind, vis-a-vis money. Apparently I've got 200 at least. Oh yeah, it's down there in the corner, idiot. 237. I don't know how much the book is gonna be. the Sphinx give me riddles? No. I didn't ask for the riddles. She said she got real annoyed with riddles, so I believe I avoided asking her about the riddles, because the whole thing was like everyone asks her about a riddle and it just pisses her off. Incense, bone dust canisters. The book is $250. Fuck, I can't even afford it then. I want the helmet. It's $300. Damn it. But I got a money problem. What was a dream patch? I wish they would tell me what these are before I bought them. Because, like, a dream patch sounds cool, and I don't know what the bone dust canisters are. Comprehend language sounds like it'll probably be important, honestly. I also kind of want the helmet. Did the Sphinx riddle? The answer was wine. She gave you the Sphinx quest riddle. Oh, yeah. Yeah. See, this is why I need chat and to not play games a week at a time. Now I remember that. Yeah, it was wine. I gotta look at the Sphinx quest when I'm out of this conversation. I mean, you'll be here later. Dream Patch restores a spell slot. Oh, yeah, I have one of those, I think. That's all for now. Sorry. Inventory. Okay, questing tree. Democratic Herald. Oh, yeah, I have feats. Right. That's, there we go. Yeah, Lady Fair, Asgal Spirit, and Democratic Herald. I got a new feat out of any of that. Store 1 hit point for every hour that passes. Young and dumb. Men should be a little dumb, alright? Listen. The quote I agree with the most in all of Yakuza 2 is when Ryuji goes, men should be a little dumb. Men that think they know everything are insufferable pricks. Men that are a little dumb, that's good. You know what you're working with. Where is the... yeah. Where is, the Sphinx one on here? Probably the Sphinx, idiot. An easy riddle. The Drunk Sphinx and the Drunk Sphinx has offered you another riddle. If you solve it, you'll gain access or you're up to the challenge. Oh, well. That didn't really tell me what the riddle was, to be honest with you. It's interesting that this one, if I'm not mistaken, this is colored like a free strider. Each time you ask someone who they're voting for in the election. And this one is colored as Gallist for each hour that passes, and +2 when speaking with feminine characters. Hell yeah. How many cantrips do I currently have? Oh, spellbook. I got 1, Druidcraft. I also have Barkskin and Grease that I picked up. I probably get rid of Detect Alignment. I'm like, who fucking cares? Shield of Faith, Speak with Animals, Cure Wounds are all good. Prayer of Healing's probably good. Barkskin might be good in combat. But no, I gotta go have a word with a seagull. And then, when I'm done having a word with a giant seagull, I'll meet up with Snell and we can check out the... Oh! You've moved over here. Meet up with Snell and check out this tea shop. Hey, Braxo. Hello again, Claire. Can I help you? Seems you have nothing new to say, so... Found within Arcane Flare, twin tongues of flame scorch the air. Burrowed deep within the earth, a primal string to show your worth. Folks and gods in thronging herds, a man divine alone howls his words. Twin tongues of flame that scorch the air. Burrowed deep within the earth. Something to ruminate on, I suppose. So the answer is not something you speak. You gotta solve it. And to solve it, you gotta go to the bar during daytime alone. Oh, I should probably go then. Yeah, it seemed like it wasn't something you speak. It seems like, howls his words. Yeah, it seems like I need to maybe cast a spell or do something to solve the riddle. Regardless, I can't wait to play this game not on stream so that I can, like, do all the shit I want in the time that I want and remember it. Dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Anyway. Got some words with you. Red Devil moves around the city a lot, at least in the upper city where you are. Yeah. Let's add Noid Grunt. What are you looking at, you dumb featherless walker? Well, that's rude. It speaks! The bird jolts and looks at you. Who is this? One who speaks so bird-like yet does not carry wings. I'm the cleric. Mention you're a cleric 10 times. Nice. Bird lifts his head and neck up high. All right. A proud beast. I'm Faye, defensor of the cost. I'm guessing he doesn't speak very well. Servant of the Saint Sea. You are no feather, not enemy unless you break the oath between our worlds. Worlds. What oath? The oath of pieces. You, low status, would not allow your uppermen to divulge such information, of course. It is the oath that tells your people to allow us to take your offerings. Sacrifices! Ah, right, offerings. Holy offerings! So, like, bread and discarded food, yeah. Squawks? Yes! The bird speaks like a bad politician who loves the sound of his own voice. Who are you voting for? His eyes light up. The Holy Sea! He yells calmly. I should have guessed. He knows you well already. Do you know anything about the tea shop explosion? The what? Big fire over there. Ah, yes, it was blue flames of death. A lord of water has spoken of it much. He knows that it's a sign of the end times. Oh, gods. As the featherless burn upon the end of the ebbing tide, those who stay seated will scorch like the burning coast. A second coming of the featherless hubris, and the doorways will open once more. The bird clears his throat. The Holy Sea says it so. I do not remember the rest. But it is something like the feathered court will rise as long as the dice of the string master favor us. Cool, thanks. The Holy Sea is truth. I'm gonna go. Bird's regal tone fades and you're left with nothing. Nod my head and leave. Okay, well, that was as enlightening as I wanted it to be. Right, 9:30. Perfect time to meet Snell. I see these guys are sticking around now. Oh, I guess they favor me now, don't they, after our interactions with them. Yeah, I saw her set up and thought she was down here, and I'm like, what the fuck? And that's why I was like, what's this crazy-ass, like, scorch mark cut in half thing? And then I realized I was at the tea shop, not over here. And I was like, oh, yeah, right. Silly me. Can I recheck barrels and shit to find money? Oh, yeah, the cat! I gotta talk to the cat. Yoink. Listen, the book's $2.50. I need all the money I can get. Engage with the cat. Speak with animals. Shame it's a spell slot. I have Druidcraft active, so that's why the spirits stay around. Yeah. I remember that. Everything is words. As you do, the subtle movement of the cat appears not so subtle anymore. Then snaps, and your mind appears to translate in all form of understanding. Hello, cat. Sir Tribin. Your loud scoff coming out of a tiny creature. Being a long time since one of you brutes learned to speak. Yes, I know I can redo most checks. Are you saying I should climb the tree? That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing climb the tree. Do not call me cat, that is idiotic way to greet someone. I am Sir Tribin of the Stones and the Waters. You may address me as such. Of course, Sir Tribin. Cat speaks in a jaded, regal tone. It's adorable. I'll be frank, humano. Never much cared for your kind. Humano? Understandable. The brute is subservient, fitting for your kind. Well, what do you want? I'm not sharing prey with you, if that's what you're expecting. Cat speaks in a slight cat speech accent, which is logical, but still quite strange here from the creature of his stature. What is a cat speech accent? Feed his ego enough to get actual answers. I'm subservient. This is really hard. Well, not really hard, but it's pretty hard if, Oh, who are you voting for? Seems to ignore your question. No. A good idea. I do not deal with whatever that is. It is beneath me. Alright. God damn. Good thing I'm so charismatic. You want real answers? Feed his ego. Easiest way to do that is to compliment him. But not soft compliments. Hard compliments. You are a legendary creature of the dusk and dawn, Sir Tribbin. The coast trembles at your presence and longs for your presence. Yes, well, bards will surely write songs of my accomplishments, that is true. They will! Now, is there anything else you can think of that would be useful for me to hear? Cat yawns. Then says, will you go away if I do? Yes. He sighs a deep grumble, the type of noise you don't expect to come out of a cat. Fine. The blue fire awoken me from my slumber. Had I been closer, my whiskers would have been fried. Go on. I'm trying. I wanted to know who'd caused this ruckus in my territory, so I kept watch. The green munchkins ran around like crazy, trying to put out the flames. That'd be the goblins. You should call Snell that. See how that goes. I saw a brute like you in garish yellow cloth being interrogated by some of them. Man in yellow, free-strider perhaps? Once the fire went out, which did not take long, the one who should have wings appeared. On her orders, yeah, okay. What do you call it? Tea shop? Yes. They hammered it shut, and she did something wave and glow on it. A locking spell to keep outsiders out, commonly used in the city. That's it, now leave. Fine. Anyway, let's, ahem. Before I meet up with Snell, because I'll be embarrassed if I fall in front of him again. Let's see if I can't get this fucking thing. Look up in the branches. Between the branches. Oh, a hole in the bark. Gasp, in the treasure in the bird's nest. Get up there now. Yes, climb that tree. Upwards. Okay, Dexter. See how easy this is? Just do it. Fuck my life. God damn it. We know. I fell, did basically max damage. Shake it off, I've had worse. What are the odds I fail twice, though? Like, come on. Maybe if I seduce the tree. Climb the tree. Okay. Surely I can't. Oh, it's locked. But I got like 9 of these. Surely I can't fail twice. God damn, that's worse. It's not gonna be worth it. You know what's gonna be in this fucking tree? It's gonna be another shard. I'm gonna burn shards getting a fucking shard. That's what it's gonna be. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, I fall, I hurt myself. You have equipment to increase dex? Shut up! It's a good idea. Yeah, I'm using it. I forgot I had all these rats. Why do I keep these on me? -2 charisma. My favorite stat? Outrageous. Oh, interesting. The keys. Where would I equip these? I can wear this? What? Oh, that's... Oh, I was wondering why I was botching all my strength rolls. Can I just, like... Probably wear this. Oh, wear the watches, maybe, and, like, this crap. Wisdom... -2 strength. That's a shame. An ant. He's listening in on everything. Oh. Right. I forgot I had this. Yo. The ant crawls into your hand. You need to head down the undercoast. That's where you'll be able to drop me off. Right. Forgot about that, actually. Glad I checked the old inventory. Swamp extract. Can't eat too full. Too full! There's a food mechanic! Ow! Bitch. Oh, right. I gotta drink these. Increase my shit for a week. Okay, yeah, that's bone dust. Second level. Okay, yeah. Bandage is 3rd level spell slot. That's good shit. -2 strength is rough. +2 con and +1 wisdom. It's like a decent trade, honestly, but... Trinket slots on the left. Yeah. The bonus to con and wisdom. I mean, strength's a dick anyway. Bypass the food mechanic for healing. Oh, nice. Yeah, broken sword. +1 strength, -2 wisdom. I prefer not to have, like, there's no reason for me to be equipping things that lower my stats and do nothing else. Can you go here? Nah. Advantage against bureaucrats. Might want that for when I, go to, like, the Free Strider place that opened up. Anyway, well, riveting stuff. Cool, 3rd time's the charm, right? I have one more stat potion. Oh, hold on. Oh, is it this? Con. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Right, anyway, 3rd time's the charm on climbing this thing, right? It's gotta be. There's no way I fail 3 times. What is this, Pokemon Coliseum? Or Stadium? Whatever it is. Stadium. Alright, no matter what, after this, I'm gonna go get Snell, alright? This is definitely not worth burning 1, let alone 2 of these things on. But even I can't bring myself to burn 3 of these things on this. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Wrapping your body around the trunk, you lift yourself up. The bark is rough enough for you to get a pretty firm grip despite the vertical nature of the feat you're attempting. 1 foot and hand movement after another, each holding on for dear life. Take a deep breath and reach up, finally getting a hold of the upper branches. You've done it! Heaving yourself the last of the way, you get a view you did not expect. A bird's nest. Excuse me. A bird's nest, unguarded, full of shiny trinkets. Jackpots. Ooh. Okay, yeah. I'll take the money. Actually, the ring might have been a good call. Grab the ring. Oh, yeah. Black stone at center and polished stone. Yep, I knew it. There's a fucking shard in there. God damn it. Get back down. Buy trade. All right, what's that ring do? There you are. Dampens high damage. Oh, I might want that. I might really want that. Oh, boy. Ooh. But I like all my stuff that gives me bonuses. God, I wish I could wear more. +2 strength, -2 wisdom. Don't I have, it's +1 wisdom, +1 wisdom. -2 strength, +2 strength. So, if I wear the bucket, my wisdom bonuses are completely canceled out, but so are my strength negatives, and I just get way more con. I think, right? Yeah, 100%. Is that better or worse? So, wisdom gets a +1. Strength is a -1. Could switch your rod for the ring. Yeah, it's not doing anything for me. Do I want better? Yeah, +0 in strength and wisdom, or... Sorry, -1 strength and +1 wisdom. What a raging debate. D&D rules. Yeah, I know. Even numbers increase. I'm aware. it hadn't occurred to me that, this is intelligence. Well, that's a plus. No, that's 11. I like the advantage it gives me, although it doesn't happen terribly often. But it is only a +1. I could ditch this, and I still get +2. +1 strength, +1 charisma. Esoteric events are very rare. Yeah, I think it's procced once. But this is +2 intelligence. It gives me advantage on bureaucrats, so that's immediately better. I think that's good. I'm a bumbling idiot, so I need the ring to not die. Alright. It's now... Okay, it's only been like 10 minutes in game. Let's grab Snell. Well, the Myconid, lady is gone. Or not, well, the mushroom druid lady. She was cool. I liked her. Just gonna see if I can do a little bit better on the whole beholding thing. Fuck me. Learned nothing new. Oh, I forgot to behold, I forgot that was a mechanic. I forgot to behold the shopkeeper I like. I should do that. Snell, let me behold you real quick. He's waiting. Oh, hey, Snell, what's up? Morning, cleric. Goblin rubs his eyes. Ready to head out? Yeah, more or less. Goblin collects his things, strapping a pouch on his hip and adjusting his jacket. Finishes up. By the way, yesterday with Darrow. Thanks. Doesn't make much of a difference to people like him, but seeing you stand up to Darrow like that, priceless. Anytime, I hate his type. Oh yeah? What type? That's a little real. That's a little real. Men suck. Anyone higher than me in the hierarchy. Wow. I mean, I do hate noblemen and most men. Men really suck. Fuck it. I see. Maybe we should go pick out a mirror in case we find time. Oh boy. Finally, Snell puts a pouch inside of his inner jacket pocket. Crown seems like a fair amount. All right, I'm ready. Snell joins the party. Nice. Listen, men suck. It's true. It's a shame that so many of them are cute. Alrighty. Oh, fuck. Look who it is. Look who it fucking is. Unless that's a different one. It doesn't seem like I can interact with him, but there is the crab, by the way, hanging out there. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, tea shop. Well, not that way. First, we're gonna go engage with or I'm gonna go observe our halfling merchant in the streets. He's a bit like a coconut crab. Looks like a fucking lobster to me, but you know. Honestly, when it comes to matters of marine life, I trust Noki. That is a world I am very ignorant of, and she is very much not ignorant of. I'm sure compared to an actual marine biologist, she, you know, doesn't hold a candle or anything, but compared to me, she's a fucking genius. Awesome. I love finding out about the people in this game. Hey, well, good stuff. Any chance I can re-roll that? Rest first. Fuck me. Alright, well. Snell, I'm gonna warn you, my rolls are not great today. It's been a hell of a time, buddy. Okay, you approach the tea shop door once more. Alright, tea shop, what's the plan, cleric? I don't need to... I know the password, why would I rip it down? Godlike. Ahem. Cardamom poison. Saying the words immediately causes nails to jump out of the plank. That seems dangerous. The blue ore of the arcane lock spell just fades away. They fall to the ground one after another. You actually made it in. Well done. To flex. Touche. Cardamom? Your companion does not enjoy the taste of sweet, sweet cardamom. Do you not like cardamom cake, Snell? Makes a disgruntled noise. I don't partake, cleric. Beyond lies the ruined tea shop. You smell it already. It's like you're looking out of a burnt fireplace. The ash and cinder is all that remains. Goblin gives you a serious look. It's time, cleric. Get ready to step inside. Your body begins shivering. Keep your guard up, ready to run. Death, this is death. Stop muttering about death. It's making you really nervous. Tea shop awaits. In we go. All right. Well, don't know what I expected. It's kind of a shithole. Wasn't there something in the back I need to be made aware of? Some meeting place? Probably that up there. Used to be seating for customers. Along the wall you find rows and booths. Any textiles are obviously ruined, but the wood itself stands. Interesting. Payne squats down, checks the tables. Yep, fuck down here too. Where should I look first? The left booth doesn't seem interesting. Snell checks the right one. Check the central booth. The militia hosed the whole place down, Snell says, lifting a coal-like piece of wood. Especially here in the front. It's all sludge. Gonna be hard finding any signs of anything. Don't be so negative. Negative? He waggles the wood in your direction. Realistic. Yell if you find something. The folks on this particular booth are what used to be. And the textiles once draped over the seating have been turned to ash and charred along with expensive wood. Along with the water damage, the elemental force here are intense. Stone tables remain standing for now, scorched like dwarven architecture. Yeah, no, I'm not finding anything here. I'll check the other booth. Lifts his head and sniffs. Keep looking for now. Let's not waste too much time here. I cannot believe there's this much text for the booths. There's like 9 other things in the shop I want to look at. Archival knowledge. Snell helps you look. Yeah, all right. Lifting some of the wreckage, you spend 10 minutes searching around the crevice behind the booth until something catches your eye. Something not burnt. You reach out and grab it. Melted ilium brooch. A tiny metal leaf fits in the palm of your hand. As you wipe the soot, you find a strange condition. Its intricate design shows both value and style, but you feel a tingle down your arm. Esoterical. Tiny leaf fits in the palm of your gloved hand. A magic item. The brooch itself is half melted. Magic items does not get destroyed like this. Not by anything but the most powerful of magic. It simply does not happen. Well, not unless it's in one of them anti-magic circles. Then it becomes mundane and can be destroyed easily. You glance over your companion. He hasn't spotted the find. I found something. Oh? Goblin scoots over to you and looks in the palm of your hand. Interesting. Strange. It kind of survived the fire. Bring it. Show the old lady. Sure. Looks around. Let's focus somewhere else. Yeah, please. I so don't care about that one little booth. It's like just constantly text about it. Broken pile of porcelain. Damn, it's like a clump. Try to pick one up. Grabbing the edge of the cup reveals how stuck it is. You can't move an inch. Whew, they've been deformed by the fire. Yeah, that's all I was expecting from that. It reeks. That was what I was expecting with literally the first thing in the room. Step behind the counter. There are compartments filled with ruined tin boxes. In the back, there's a complicated set of tubes and pipes combining into some type of tea-making machine. A brewer. Not often you get to see one these days. For such a fine and expensive piece of machinery to break, a shame. I'll have a sweet with cream, please, he says nasally. I love Snell. Reaches over the counter. Oh, and make that half cream, actually. My tummy's sensitive today. Making fun of humans and their love of milk. I like titties, sue me. It's not the best joke, but he'll like you more if you play along. Answer. We only serve hill-sourced oat milk, sir. Goblin looks at you, then the counter. Then looks at you again. This is called a double take. Good job. Look at his face. Pure shock. Good one, cleric. He waves his claw. Check the counter. For a short instant, he actually thought you were funny. Yeah, I'll take things people say when they find my stream for 500, Alex. Charred boxes. Full of tea leaves. They're completely useless now. That was a joke for one person. That was a joke for one person. And I hope they were paying attention. That hell yeah. I love when Noki catches the jokes just for her. That's a throwback. I haven't actually watched any of those videos lately, but like, God, that took me back. I gotta rewatch that. The heat from the explosion has melted both tins and its contents. It's just ash now. Damn, I was hoping at least one of these would be intact. Selling tea is a legit side hustle. The margins are bonkers. The machine. Pipes and levers melted. Glass shattered. This was once a fine work of engineering. Copper chamber. That's where you put tea leaves. As you lean in, you don't see much beyond some burnt muck through the cracks. But you do smell something. It smells awful. No. It's incense. Why does it smell like that? It contains something foul. You do not know what. You must know the scent. Alright. Come on, don't. You smell disgusting burnt muck through the gaps of your helm. It smells like disgusting burnt muck. Bad. This is not good. You know this is bad. God damn it. What smells foul makes your nose stronger. That is not true. Holy hell, stop shoving your face into whatever this is. Your knees shake, but you stand. Take better care of yourself. Turn around and find the goblin glaring at you. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. Fair enough. Output valve. Metal valve at the end shut. It's only shut when it's brewing. That means it was working during the explosion. Try and turn the valve, it bends at an odd angle. That's not how a valve is supposed to feel. It's stuck? Be careful. Only with finesse can you tame a machine like this, because you're such an expert at that. You carefully put pressure on the valve and you turn the little lever. Suddenly you hear a snap. A tiny piece of copper comes flying towards you, hitting the helmet with a dink. You totally let it do that. Oh, there's more. Shit, step back. The valve's bursting open, releasing an oozing pile of tea, ash, and God only knows what else on the floor. God be damned. The smell is particularly awful. Avoid. Avoid! I mean, I heard he smelled it. There you go. Foulness. But nothing you cannot stand. You smell the fetid, melted ooze. This is disgusting. Goblin's dry heaving. Don't be so dramatic. Alas. You persevere, excuse me. Preserve. The floor behind the counter is now covered in a layer of ashy mulch. What did I gain from this? A loud ding comes from the machine and a last dribble of ooze exits the canister. It's still operational. What the hell? Operational, more like leaking innards. A death knell. Knell is already, knell automatically means funeral, and death. A death knell is redundant. Nobody cares, but I like pointing out that a death knell is redundant. A knell is automatically associated with death. You don't need to say death knell. That's, if I have one stupid pet peeve in grammar, it's that. I don't like death knell. It's just a knell. It'd be like saying a hot fire. Fire is implied to be hot. Or cold ice. After a bell, a box opens up at the top of a machine. Inside are dry tea leaves. It's the stem leaves. They're supposed to add extra flavor. And that scent, they're ukul leaves from Kargamesh. Wait, this thing was ready to go. Doesn't that mean it was being used during the explosion? Possibly, yeah. Alright, well, that means those tea leaves are evidence. Goblin's correct for once. What do you mean once? Evidence, huh? Snell stares at you. Yeah, pick up the leaves, cleric. Oh, right, of course. Yeah, of course. Grab the leaves. Pry the leaves and place them in your pouch. Goblin gives you a nod. Now, can we please not hang around the goop? I probably don't need to look at the surface. Time is money. What did we have here? Flipped table. Ah, a flipped table. What? Oh, God, that triggered something in my brain. A flipped table. Oh, I know what it is. Unfortunately, it's a joke no one will get, so, sorry. A fluffed pillow? Impossible! Ahem. The only not disintegrated thing in the central chamber is the stone slab. It's very, very cooked. A table. It was once a stone table, and now it is scorched as the rest of the tea shop. Maybe leave it alone. Your arms cannot carry that burden. Ah, yes, a table. It must have been flipped over by the force of the explosion. Is it a panda flipping a table? Not exactly, no. I fluffed a pillow. It's foolproof. What? A fluffed pillow? Impossible! Who is responsible for this? Beneath. Everything is horrific beneath. You want to flip the table? It's damn heavy, but maybe we can do it together? Even with Snell, this is really heavy. There's something interesting here. However, make sure you look around first. Okay. Later. Flip it in a second. I can maybe buff my strength with some items. Whatever content once filled this chamber has been pushed up against the cracked walls. The dwarven masonry is damaged in various locations, and every single thing in the chamber is burnt. Incredible power. This is the center, but flip the table. I'll give it a shot. But where exactly did the explosion originate from? The stony tile scorch marks and general aesthetic make this look like a dragon's lair. Beware. Death! Will you stop saying that? The seagull gave you info, archival knowledge, and the cat mentioned blue flames. Wow, talking to animals is useful. Who knew? Alright, locate the origin point. I'm knocking like 6 off of this, damn. Not quite. You were surprisingly confused. Yeah, I'm surprised too. Good thing I got some shards to burn. You spend 10 minutes looking around. Ow. Check all the other stuff in the room. DC will be lowered and buffing your strength will help. Of course. Don't say skill issue. It's literally luck. There's clearly damage in the center of the chamber. Force obviously pushed everything towards the wall. No matter where you look, there's no clear epicenter. You need more time on this. Nothing? All right, we can take a break or something. He's frustrated. Yeah, no kidding. There's far more. The fire spreading wildly all directions. The center is many. Okay, now it's 3? The center is many. Okay. I think even I can't fuck this one up with my boat. I have a +3. Even me is unable to fuck this up. That would have passed the first time. Look around and find the damage confusing. While centered in the chamber, the damage appears uneven, as if the force of the explosion was struggling with itself. With that thought, you receive a vision. Relaying the event in your mind, an explosion in the chamber. Conflagration spreading. It just doesn't work. However, you experiment in your head with the idea of multiple explosions. Suddenly it clicks. The floor has several marks. You start counting. 1, 2, 3. It's not enough. Looking around the chamber, you see several points from which the fire clearly spread. The explosion is no explosions. Multiple. Yupan lifts his head from whatever scraps he was looking at. What did you say? You keep counting. 4, 5, 6. Even that is not enough. Fires the immense force. 7, 8. You point at the last spot on the floor you can see nearest the wall where you're standing. 9. 9? 9 of them. The goblin's gaze dances around the chamber. You see his face contort as it dawns on him. More than one. You're about to blow his little mind. Hold up 7 fingers. 9 explosions. What? Why 7? Sure, why not? He stares at your fingers. He won't mention it. He's too kind. Aww. Looks around the chamber. Walk me through it. How did 9 explosions go off at the same time? Was it a cabal of sorcerers? A coven? What? Careful now. Do you really want him to share his info with him? Yes. The goblin's not your boss. You don't need to tell him anything. Yes, I do. Could be useful. Keep this to yourself for now. No. Necklace of fireballs. Necklace of... You see his mind working behind his sharp eyes. Huh. Mimic an explosion with hands. Boom. Like assassination of Priestess Ilana. Didn't know you were a history buff. Ignores your comment and looks around the destruction. The mass-produced shit they used in the Coast Wars. He wouldn't get close to this level of force. You're telling me someone tossed 9 beads of fireball, essentially a fully charged and practically invaluable magic item, into a damn tea shop? That or a group of very quick hags. Goblin smirks. Hell yeah. You put that image of 9 old ladies scurrying out of a burning tea shop in his mind, all going wah, 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 in my mind. They're like Muppets, basically. I like snow. Speedy hags, how horrific. The worst kind of hag. He rubs his eyes. Well, shit. Another thing to report. The old lady's not gonna believe it. Well, that complicates the issue. No accident, though, certainly. Scorched zines. Once these shelves are filled with magazines. You've seen this type of construction before in other city tea shops. Images of loud dwarves arguing over articles flash in your mind. The main draw of these tea shops is the available outlet of magazines. Really? Not the tea. Pay for an expensive cup of tea, get access to the latest stories. Win-win. Oh. You like reading? Sure, but not this garbage. Hard to read when it's burnt like this. No, not... Copper zines. It's just a bunch of lies and tall tales. Might be fun if you want to raise your blood pressure. Thank you for expressing your opinion. Okay. Just to make sure you're not falling apart or anything. What? I seem to notice you start acting a bit strange sometimes. I want to make sure you're not, I don't know, leaking out of your head or something. I do not have any unwanted holes or hemorrhages going on. Oh, good. Great to hear. Looks concerned. Don't scare him like that. Okay. There's really nothing readable left. Why would there be? Paper burns easily. But what if? Sure, maybe you'll find a magically fire-immune newspaper or something. That's right! You have to take proper look here before moving on. Great. Wisdom 2? Yeah, go for it. Now I get an 18. Now I get an 18. Hard to imagine 9 fireball beads going off simultaneously as an accident. 1, maybe 2, you can write off as accident, but 9 unlikely. Yeah. Good bit, good reference. Moving away, a small pile of burnt magazines. Discover a paper completely unharmed by what the fuck? A bit dirty, a quick shake reveals the title. The Undercommon. For fuck's sakes. The paper is cursed, I tell you. We spent a fortnight fishing these bad boys out of the sewers last year. What kind of asshole thought magically indestructible newspaper was a good idea? There's a faint tealish outline on the paper. Not quite glowing in the dark, but almost. Is it any good? The zine? Nah, it's shit. No. The magical elven brooch was damaged, but not this? Immune to fire damage sure is something, huh? Yeah, alright. I assume that's, new in the old inventory. Yes, sir. +1 intelligence, -1 con. I like it's got, little drawings in it. What is this? An iron door. Well, save that for a second. Trifle through this shelf. We gotta look at this and that iron door. Frame without a painting. Presumably it burned away. The actual picture was obviously burnt in the blast. It's iron. It remains. Look closer at the frame. Iron, melted to hell, but still somewhat intact. Not as affected by the fire as some pipes you saw in the central tea chamber. Anything else? Frame holds nothing else. No signs beyond what was left of the flames. What do you think it was? Drummer does strike me as the type of guy to hang a giant picture of himself. What do you think? These bird folk only care of themselves. I bet it was a painting of a door. What? A door, like to trick people. Trick people. They'd walk into the wall. They'd go, hey, I can't grab the handle. The goblin glares at you. It'd be funny. Sure, funny. Maybe we should keep looking for actual clues. Are you saying the burn painting's not a clue? Fuck it, sure, it's a clue. That's not a big sigh. Why not? Let's leave it alone. Alright, let's see what this is all about. Laid in the passage, an iron door has fallen off its hinges. Look at the corners, they're bent. Look at the bent corners of the door. An incredibly high temperature must have been involved to cause the door to bend like this. Look at the hinges. Hinges are connected to the wall via thick iron nails. Typical dwarven design. They use metal known as hardstone on doors like this. Looks like they've been ripped right off of the stone. No, wait. No, the iron's been bent as well. Interesting. Then this was a combination of force and heat. An esoteric effect or just a spell? Okay, it's literally a 1. Now I get... Now it's a... To melt iron like this would require incredible heat, especially for hardstone. You remember from your studies the art of fireball, an awesome power, often used to horrific efficiency in the coastal war to eliminate entire legions. But to reach degrees hot enough to soften this iron, it would be 7 level or higher. More realistically concerning how the flames have forcibly escaped from the back rooms by bending the door that way. 8th or 9th level. Oof. Powerful stuff. All right, let's examine this this door, shall we? I gotta ditch the mace with its -2 to my strength. Not the bow. Oh, Dex Con ain't bad. All I need is strength, so I can just, you know, load up on strength here. I got a +1 to it. Okay. That's probably fine. Let's get to this table. 8th or 9th level, 9 fireballs going off in this tea shop. What the hell was here that was so important they had to explode the damn thing? Alright. Yeah. Flip the table. Okay, now it's an 8. Archival knowledge. Seagull gave info. You feel something eerie. You've checked out the rest of the chamber. Snell helps you, of course. So it's 8 and I have advantage. Much better. There you go. You grab the thick table with your gloved hands, gripping it firmly, strongly. Snell copies your movements. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Flip the table. Oh. Nine of them going off at the same time, up the level to 8th or 9th. I don't think that's how that works, especially if it's the necklace. They're, aren't they, like, predetermined? Like, they're stored fireballs. It's like a grenade, almost. You stare into the dark corner of the tea shop. Midst soot and broken tiles, you see a corpse. It almost disappears in the destruction around it. Oh. How did nobody find this before us? Snell stares at it. He's silent. Give him a second. He'll appreciate it. Gods be good. You spend a moment next to Snell in silence, your thoughts landing on disfigured remains. The corpse appears completely charred. Such destruction would make it very difficult to identify. The size is average, in human terms, somewhat slender. Hard to make out anything other than a silhouette. The goblin steels himself. How much experience do you have with corpses, cleric? Your thoughts land on anatomy books. Basic medicine training, nothing practical. The goblin breaks his intense stare down at the corpse and turns to you. He's afraid the corpse will awaken. Not an unreasonable concern. Cleric. Not much. What about you? Even in D&D, Next Fireball works if you throw one its normal third level, more beads, the same action up the level. Oh. Fair enough. I'm no expert, but you know, part of the jig. Yeah, right. Like these dainty little claws have ever touched a corpse. We should do a preliminary checkup, scope out the scene, then we'll get a transport to the Lich House, I guess. Luckily it's close by. He's barely listening. I'll check the head. You, check the hands or something. Take careful steps up to it. Seeing it up close causes you to shake. The hands. See, your left hand is half destroyed. The right hand is clenched near the victim's hip, holding something. A clue, of course! You read stories like this. The victim always grips something important when they die. No, this is a bad idea unless you want to break that fist in 1,000 pieces. But hey, maybe you do. I wish I could swap my shit back. Leave it for later. For the best, yeah. The mortician will handle it. Yeah, I don't know if I trust him. You're back? Ah, you missed investigating the tea shop. A dark mass, once skin. Now appears to be but a solid mass. It does not even smell. She, was incinerated fully in an instant. The intense heat caused rapid muscle contraction, freezing the woman in place. She placed herself in this position most likely to take cover from the explosion. Nothing but black and brittle carbon residue. However, you are quite certain this was a woman. The mortician will have to determine that. Whatever led her to this corner, it was quick. A woman unknown in age crawled in this position moments before the explosion. She did not suffer. Got it. Good info. Leans in slightly closer. Too far to see anything. Poor goblin. The head. Not much to see. Fire's burned off everything. While charred beyond recognition, the skull itself is fairly intact. The mouth is intact. Good. And why is that good? So you can have someone to talk to, of course. Speak with dead. It requires an intact mouth of the corpse to successfully mimic speech. Even in this condition, it should be a valid target. You're battling leaking garbage, so that took precedence. Fair enough. Do I notice anything? Good question. Looking for distinguishing features, you do notice something interesting. The ears. Ears? Look at the ears, Snail. He squints. Barely there. What about them? Is the shape off to you? Well, yeah, because of the fire. Unless you mean... Tilt said. Oh. Wait. Despite barely keeping a recognizable form, what remains of the ears have a peculiar shape. They're sharp, pointy. Oh. Pointy ears. He looks around. There's only one humanoid creature on the coast with this body size and pointy ears. Not an orc, not a gnome, and not a human. Goblin takes a step back. No chance. Denial for both of you. It's unbelievable, but just the concept of such a rare creature being found in the second-rate tea shop. There's no doubt. Oh no. Payne glares at the corpse and tilts his head slowly towards you. Oh no. Oh dear gods. It's a damn elf. Oh my god. I guess that's important. We met the one elf who said elves are rare. Sent to This is the death you fear, the dramatic end of your career. What? Did they know? No, they couldn't have. Yet you have, through no means of your own, landed in this trapped hallway of a mission. You only have one choice now. Find out exactly what happened. Who killed this elf? Who blew up the tea shop? I mean, that was what I was doing. You feel the answer must lie below. Far, far below. Game did say elves are rare, at least in this part of the world. True. Met one elf before, and it was determined to be quite rare. Can I please, put my equipment back on? Am I even... Okay, I am in the scene. I was gonna say. The duck. Your eyes follow the towering dark knight as he walks past, heading down the stairs. The body is secure. Ah, good. The pale man answers behind his desk. Snell leans against the iron slab, his eyes fastened entirely upon the elvish corpse across the chamber. I think I expected a dwarf. You know, a dwarf. A dwarf. Tea shop used to be a gathering place for Asgals. First thought was infighting or political assassination. But an elf. There's like 3 of them in the entire city. A few seconds, the goblin scoffs and rubs his eyes. Didn't the dwarves have a deal with Ilium? Did Drummer? Let's out a big sigh. Guess we'll have some more questions to ask. How bad is this? Yeah, the Ilium are powerful, even in Norvik. If one of their own got offed, yeah, that could spell trouble. I missed what she was holding. Damn. Should be easy to identify an elf, right? You'd think that. I'm guessing it'll be impossible. What now? Takes a deep breath. The goblin does not look forward to reporting all this. Gathering any remaining clues in the tea shop, and then we report to Lady Sageleaf. ASAP. The pale man clears throat across the chamber. Cleric, I haven't finished my report. I want to check on the corpse. Yep, obviously also want to do the thing. What thing? You know, the thing. Holds up his hand and mimics the talking. Yeah, speak with dead. Yeah, elaborate. You know, the thing clerics do with corpses. What's it called when you speak with the dead? You never had a chance to cast Speak with Dead before coming here. The spell, Speak with Dead. Oh, it's just called that. Right, that one. Touche. I never did any corpse stuff in the towers, however, I believe it is time to do so. Great. And don't call it corpse stuff, doesn't sound good. Agreed. But you get 5 questions from that spell, right? With that, you should be easily to figure out who, what, why, when, and so on. Fireflies can tell you something about the spell. I gotta blow it. Every time I do, like, voices and have beverages, it just stuffs my nose immediately. I'm not sure why that is, but I gotta blow my nose. Ah, sorry. Yeah, normally I can power through it, but, like, maybe it's Snell's voice being nasally. It really fucked me up. I can't cast 3rd level spells. Let's report to Vice. Let's, maybe I'll level up during that time. Yeah, sure. Lead the way. Alright. Ahem. Alright, get rid of the key. Put you back. Get rid of you. And put you back. Okay. Eesh. Is that the note next to it that says magical items belong to the deceased? Ah. Oh, Duck left. I didn't even notice that he left. Bracers of Thievery. Lowers the DC of trifling checks by your proficiency. Noted. Perhaps I'll deal with that later. Hello, I've come to behold you. Yeah. Level 17. 17? Entrepreneur. Pale man handles corpses in the basement. Typical self-employed city contractor. Remember hearing about this man? He used to be a dentist and a surgeon. I don't know. If you're level 17, that's... You're a tough cookie. You've clearly done something to get to level 17. Anyway. Yes. Figure out what's weird about this guy. In time. Tell me about the dead elf. Yes, cleric. There are a few points to go over. 6 points of interest, to be precise. He hands you a piece of paper with the points on them. And tell me which points you wish to go over. Goblin groans. Don't give him choices. We'll be here forever. You should pick the last point first. Then go random. Keep them on their toes. Go from 1 to 6 in order. Begin with the least interesting. That will keep you engaged and most susceptible to information gathering. Start with the most important one first. You need to know this. Who cares? Go through the list, this boring list as quickly as possible. Point 3 just says sex. Like, what? Huh? The transfer, folk identifier, it's an elf. Ilium identity, that's probably the most important. Cause of death, clerical compensation. Okay, I'll end with that. That seems the least important. I'm sorry, sex. Yes, sex. Surprisingly difficult to determine in elven folk. Sex would be nice, not with anyone in this place, though. Snell's right there! What do you mean? Strength sucks. What a boring guy. Honestly. While funny, it is probably not the best moment to attempt a joke. You're not asking me. But this is point 3, not 6. Yes, cleric, point 3. Goblin leans in and whispers, very funny, perfect timing. After much consideration, I assume he was 100% genuine. I've established that this was, at the time of death, a female elf. Good to know. It's an elf, right? Yes, your preliminary assumptions are very much correct. While even the teeth had been ruined, the fangs presented as clear evidence. This is an Ilium elf, one without horns of bestial alteration. The cause of death? Fire. The easy answer is usually the correct one. She was incinerated instantly, and the final shape of the body informs this judgment. I cannot determine if she sustained any minor damage before, but the way she ended up makes it clear she was moving until the fire erupted. That is all. The transfer? Yes, it went fine. The body was transferred to here. The body was ruined, of course, but still intact enough thanks to the charring of the gentle repose. That gentle repose did what it should. I then had a subordinate carry the corpse wrapped in yim silk, a special fiber material. With minor damage, the transfer was complete. Hands. I found an object in the elf's grasp, however it had a magical seal on it, causing it to break upon interference. Slowly and durably, the pale man shows you some dust in a vial. It was a chain, a gold chain. Its esoteric enchantment upon its caused it to survive the explosion, and fell apart upon loosening contact with the host. Interesting. I apologize for not handling better. Perhaps I could have gotten more info. Yeah. I don't like that I got whisked away before I could try and get that. I'm not sure how much I trust this guy. I probably don't want to piss him off, but indeed. I'm not sure how to look into it further, but it could be good to mention Lady Sageleaf. Ilium identity? The elf is clearly Ilium in nature. Getting in contact with the embassy would be smart, or foolish. I'd suggest speaking with Nicholas Darrow, or his Valkyrie. Yeah, it sounds like trouble. That embassy's on the other side of town. Plus, we're not exactly known to be too welcoming to inquiries. Mouth intact. It is, which means you should be able to cast Speak with Dead. Right. I might need some help with that. I'll see what I can do. Next point. Clerical compensation? No such point. Oh, damn. Point 8. It says clerical No. What else? Also, why did I make it... Oh, he said there were 6 points. I guess I made up 0.7. I missed that. He said 6 points and I had 8. Clerical compensation? No. I have what I need. Right, good. Now listen, Speak with Dead's a powerful spell. Where can I find it? Straight to the point. Necromancers are rare in this city. Some specialized clerics are taught it, but few are powerful enough to know it is initiated at 3rd level. Initially at 3rd level. However, for lack of a better way to put this, I know a guy. Can't I get a spell scroll from the towers? A low-ranking cleric, you can't get access to anything higher than 1st level. But that's insane! Why'd you send me on this job where I might need to speak with Dead? It truly, utterly sucks. Yeah, for God's sake. Alright, tell me about this guy. His name is Bondavo. He was an arcanist, a pupil of the fortress of Verdun, if you believe the rumors. A cursed and evil place you've heard of in stories since you were a child. Surely this is a necromancer. Can he teach me Speak with Dead? Bondavo is an...
You're a shrewd negotiator.
Shrewd negotiator.
I'm semi-loyal forehead and extra old sad face.
Alright. You may find him down in the crypts. Alright, I'll look for him. If you treat him well, he'll surely share his knowledge with you. Once you're in the crypts, one of the western coffins has a handle that may be rotated. Oh. Do so, then pull. His private area will be revealed. So he lives behind a secret door? Yes, that is correct. Once you've learned Speak with Dead, return and cast it on the corpse. And that is all, cleric. Alright. I suppose we should go and check in with Sageleaf. I want to check out the docks, and then we can head down below. Fancy elf went and got herself blown up. I'll be honest, I sort of assumed that she was the one who did it, because she was there in the building. Cleric! Oh, right. Coebic, you've returned. About the tea shop. Well. Her eyes focus on you and the room seems to shrink. Go on, Coebic. Snow takes a deep breath. He's expecting the worst. There was a dead elf. She lifts her head and gives you a cold expression. Do you have an identity? The corpse was heavily damaged. Obviously. Anything new to report? Perhaps something useful? Convince her you're an idiot. Told Snell about the necklace. Can I just play dumb? Present the full story. Oh. Archival knowledge. The cat mentioned the flames. The owner left the shop. The elf had the gold chain. Told Snell about the necklace. I mean, why don't I just tell her? There were 9 explosions. Her eyes focus in like fiery spotlights placed in your soul. Go through the talking points first. Yeah, why wouldn't I? Elaborate. You go. It's a bit complicated. Oh, please do enlighten us, cleric. Bring some wonderful human knowledge into our uncivilized halls. You hear a chuckle from the garden's goblins. It was a necklace of fireballs with 9 beads on it. That's what started the whole thing. A necklace of fireballs? The chamber goes dead silent. She scoffs. This explosion could not have been produced by Arcanist mimicry. You're speaking of a divine error or even older artifact. A reasonable explanation, yet vexing. It raises more questions. I'm afraid so, lady. She frowns and scratches claws in the wooden throne. What else? A brooch survived the flame. A brooch? Show me, now. Okay. Lady inspects the leaf in her hands. She senses its esoteric nature. Tacky, typically elven, and magical. Her eyes lift, landing on you, yet also ruined. Magic items are not supposed to break. If this brooch was indeed destroyed by the Inferno, then the origin of the fire must have been magical. That's why I believed with you. Who walks around with a melted magical brooch? True, it's pretty strong evidence. She turns it over in her claw. The brooch itself is indicative of high-ranking elven power. This symbol is worn by members of the Mender's Court. The Mender, a common way to refer to Ilium the Mender, the goddess who established Ilium Empire. She's kind of a big deal before she died last century. A royal? If that makes it easier for you limited human sensibilities, yes. Can I have it back, please? The dragon tosses it to you with a frown. I will not wish her mark anywhere upon my lands. Oh, well. Oh, yeah, this is going way down, because I'm, like, giving her the whole story. Next, fireballs, the elven brooch. I don't think she gives a shit about the magazine. I'll say it anyway, because it'll probably be funny. I can't convince her. Why? Oh, I guess if I wanted to hide it from her, then I could, pretend to be an idiot. But why would I want to hide it from her? I guess that's a future playthrough problem. The tea machine thing was active at the time of the explosion. The tea machine. He exhales. The tea machine. I was in the process of brewing tea. We even found some leaves inside. Interesting, considering the shop was closed at the time. That's quite the clue. Perhaps the elf was making tea. Perhaps the elf expected company. That would make sense. One more question. What kind of tea leaves were in the machine? Why is she interested in that? Snell gives you a glance. To show her the leaves? Why would you want her to think you're an idiot? If you're playing as a character that doesn't trust the goblins or is trying to, like, keep them in the dark and, you know, you humans, much more informed and superior, then you would be lying to her and, like, hiding information. Is my interpretation of it. Which, you know, maybe a future playthrough I'll do that. If this comes to Xbox, I'm absolutely getting all the achievements. You know, time be damned, but buying it a second time be damned. Don't know if I'll bother on the Steam version getting all the achievements. I'm definitely going to give it another playthrough. But, that's a future problem. Or future, joy. She takes one sniff of the dry leaves and frowns. Ukul. A Cargamisian plant. There's like a halfling from Cargamisia upstairs. Maybe she would know anything about it. She's hiding something. But what? That's not the type of walkthrough I'm currently doing. No, not at all. This is a blind. I'm going. I follow my heart in games unless I think it would be funny, which is usually following my heart anyway. Next, what else? Metal door is melted off the hinges. Metal. It was bent metal. You could mention it was, you know, yeah, the dwarven made. I funded the shop. The door was Hardston, was it not? Dwarven made. It does not simply melt. I double checked. It was Hardston. Face crunches up. To melt Hardston, require incredible heat. Something like 7th level fireball would do the trick. It is good information. Well done. I really don't think this is like 34. God damn. I don't think she cares about this, but sure, fuck it, why not? Hits a wooden throne, giving a loud thud. I told the damn bird not to stock that magazine! She shows her sharp teeth. Bird didn't listen, eh? Shut it! It was never there, Queric. The Undercommon is banned to our Tolstar permanently. Don't say a frustrated growl. These gnomes. I should have had them swung up. God, I love her. They didn't even hire good writers. You're smelling out a slight groan. You set her off on a rant. Nice. Rant to me, you beautiful woman. It's not the first time she's angered by this magazine. An indestructible magazine. Ridiculous. I could imagine a book, perhaps. But what did they think? Who reads a magazine more than once? Except those ignorami cum effusis Cerberus. Probably not cum, that's cum, I assume. It's Latin. Ignorami cum effusis Cerberus. Which is, ignorant of mental capacity, I think? Slams her fist on the table. Oh, she's continuing in Latin. Artes esotericae illicitae debent puniri trecentis verbinipus in furo. You've broken her, cleric. What is that? She's just naming, like, it's like lacking art, illiterate, cowardly. God, my Latin's extremely rusty. Trenticus, I don't know. Illicit esoteric arts. Yeah, it's just a bunch of, like, swearing. About illicit esoteric arts. The goblins around her appear to nod and murmur in agreement while Snell is just staring at the ground. Wish I had that comprehend language scroll. This is not the first time. Do I agree with that book? I mean, it's stupid, a magazine like that, but listen, hot angry woman is making a point. Obviously, I agree. He finds his voice. Indeed. However, the presence of Undercommon is quite interesting. She appears to calm down. From our previous investigation into this travesty, we know the Undercommon is indeed immune to all types of fire. Clear proof there was fire in the tea shop is evidence. Should I mention it looked interesting? It's proof there. Don't you bonk me! Is clear proof that there was fire in the tea shop? Yes. Okay. She takes a deep breath. Oh, Clover, I think you stepped away. You missed, like, my new second favorite woman in this game, who is a sassy halfling merchant with blue skin and is also Asgali. Getting all the achievements, did check several achievements are RNG heavy. Oh, yeah, listen. Hey, I've completed a lot of games, like a lot of games. It is not out of my wheelhouse to know what I'm getting into with RNG. How many games have I completed according to true achievements? I am at... That's games played. Where's games completed? 480. Okay? So I'm good. I am good. Technically it's 481, but motherfucking Chikori. I've completed it twice and it won't give me the last achievement. I suppose it's time I replay Chikori and see if I can get that last achievement. I love Chikori, great game. I don't love it enough to be playing it 3 times. Was getting those RNG achievements hard? It really depends. Some of it, well, it also depends how you define RNG. Oh, you're asking Noki, not me. I don't know, I'm gonna let her answer then. Ahem. What else? Well, that's it. DC 1. Yeah, all right. Fair enough. Yes. Go over the details, the broad strokes. Putting the events into a clear chronological order, Lady Sageleaf listens patiently as you explain it all. Tea shop owner was not there, but the elf was. The elf clearly had a reason to sit in the closed tea shop. The elf was in possession of a fully stocked necklace of fireball. The goblin chieftain's lips curl into a slight smile, which then turns into a grim frown. You got excited for a second. Yeah, I did. Go on. She finds your explanation intellectually stimulating. Time to lay out the entire plot from the beginning. One thing that didn't make sense to me was from the start, why a tea shop? Why indeed? He glances between his queen and yourself. It must have been an attack, or maybe I failed that one. It was no meant to blow up the tea shop. It was an accident, deal gone wrong. Assassination, it was overkill, it was send a message. Can't say for sure right now. Yeah, Noki, she celebrated her last achievement, which was getting the double nat 20. I don't think it was an accident. Because she was trying to hide from the explosion, so she knew it was going to happen. Might have been to send a message, I guess. We can't say for certain right now. That's probably the smart way to play it. No, not until whoever produced this necklace of fireball is within my grasp. I do not believe for a second this was a planned attack. There are too many important targets so close. Had it been a simple fireball spell, perhaps. Snell, do you know how rare this artifact is, this necklace of fireballs? He nods. Exceedingly rare, my lady. Perhaps not a single bead. Those float around the coast from time to time. Still expensive, but remnants of the Coast War. Each bead, if detonated together, would result in a blast of increasing power. 1 level per bead. As it starts on the 3rd level, any normal fireball spell would. And that means, her smile widens, 11th level. She speaks the words like they're delicious. Oh boy. Simple math, the goblin says, looking concerned. That's some Arcanist bullshit, Earth, pray tell. That's some Arcanist bullshit. She scoffs loudly in the air of annoyance. I'm just impressed the dwarven masonry still stands. I assume such power would tear reality asunder. But no, it simply scorched up a lot hotter. I should also mention there was a gold chain in the hand of the elf. A gold chain, as in, that must be the necklace then. It actually survived the blast. It turned to dust after it was removed from the corpse. The goblin chieftain clicks her tongue and leans back. Interesting. Once spent, the core chain must have retained some magic, until trifled with, of course. He glances to Snell, then back to you. Well done. You've convinced me of this perspective, for now at least. The lady grows silent and begins twirling a ring on her finger. How is the cleric's health, Snell? Health, my lady? Do you believe you could require some magical assistance? Goblin mutters and gives you a good look. Yeah. A ring of regeneration. Takes off the ring and tosses it to you. Yo, she's giving me a ring? We're married. It's canon. No one, especially Clover, can say we're not. Wield it well, human. It will keep you up and running. She leans out her claw and glares at you. This joint venture is not yet finished. Snell, cleric? Yes, my lady. Yes, my lady. You need to find the responsible party and bring them to justice. That is what you do, is it not? More of a fair trial kind of guy than a swift justice kind of guy. Oh yes, always. Good. The elf might be dead, but I'm certain whoever's responsible here is not. Speak with relevant parties. Find out everything about this elf. Can't the goblin lady say you're not married? She gave me the ring. Why would she do that? Locate the missing witness. This Flank, son of Flank, dressed in yellow, fake name or not. If he can be found, you must do it. And then there's the question of the poor fool Dwemer, of course. You have until the election, cleric. Be quick about it. Time is running thin. That's like 4 days away, I think. God, it's already been 2 hours. I love this game. Any more info on this missing witness? Not much. Darn. Some whispers about a man in yellow running downwards. Perhaps he fled to the sea below. Perhaps the fellow is dead or dying. Either way, find him. Okay, well. That's all for now. I gotta go to the shopping district, I feel. Check out those docks and that building that opened up. I should also look at that ring to see what that does. Since I'm here. Ring. Where's the ring? Oh, why is my inventory all moved around and shitty? It's because I'm an idiot, that's why. Here you are. +1 cons, will regenerate health over time. I feel like that's better than dampens high damage. Although maybe, like, I keep the high damage one on, and then, when I'm hurt, I can swap it out for the one that will regenerate my health. Makes sense, right? Right. Teleworking's nice, but you're bad existing in the world where you're not going into the office. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Listen, telework's nice because you get to stay at home. I quickly learned that if I'm home, if you expect me to do any sort of work, tele or otherwise, I'm infuriated and it's bullshit and I don't want to do it. I just want the day to be done and no one to talk to me. So, not super productive when I do telework. Alright, let's see what this place is all about. Why do I have mice in my inventory? Don't worry about it. What if I meet a snake who wants a snack? Oh, it's her place, I guess. An incredible sword hangs on the wall. Free cities, democracy, prosperity. Right. Any chance you're gonna let me just take the sword? Wow. Pickpocket item. Okay, yeah. That's a good sword. Why is it, like, bent like that? What the hell? It's, like, curled around. Maybe it's like a whip sword. Real Castlevania thing. 19 dex check. I'll talk to you. Maybe I'll try flirting with you. The game seems to think I like you. Oh, fuck. Before I go into the dungeon, make sure what's going on in the fire over there? There's like a calcifer thing up there. What the hell? Sorry, in the fireplace. Yeah. Make sure before I go down, don't let me forget, chat. I need to talk to, the halfling woman and ask her about the tea leaves. The orc stands, among fancy furniture. A crackling fireplace lights up her face as you approach. Welcome to the Escani Reed's Trading Company, Choleric. Your lady again, beware her manipulation. Yes, and also, tell her she looks lovely. You look lovely to meet you again. Huh? Oh. She blinks thrice and then nods, ignoring your flub. Yes, of course. Same to you. Damn it. Not very smooth, dick ass. She walks over to the desk, grabbing a piece of paper. Could be a good idea to search the guild warehouse below. There's an ad playing. I have no idea what you're supposed to remind me to do. Don't worry about it. Not only find some goodies, but also check out what's going on in the city. This wonderful free strider lady, yeah, you're a free strider, is the one who decides who comes and goes, so talk her into letting you enter the warehouse. Well done handling the dwarves. Made my life a lot easier at the very least. I did it for you. Anytime. Good. There might certainly be more things that use a cleric's help with. Now, things are a bit busy here. We're currently deep in paperwork with a new partner, but I can always make time for a friend of the Free Strider cause. Can I have the spell scroll over there? Sure. Oh, that? Just a little something left behind by my superior during his last visit. Don't touch it, please. Oh, alright. What about the griffin? Griffin on the roof? Orc laughs. That really sounds like a magazine tale. I swear I've read it at some point. I mean, there's a griffin upstairs. Yes, thought it sounded funny was all. It's a shame. I like her. She's got great personality. Very, very charismatic and fun. But, like, there's something about her that just doesn't appeal to me. Yeah, I did not pick up the Braces of Thievery. Those didn't have a pickpocket chance, so you can grab them without consequence. Nice. All right, well. Don't let me go down into the crypt without forgetting those either. Technically, the Griffin is not allowed to use our building's nest, however, by sheer happenstance, it has become one of the many unwritten, unofficial exceptions around here. I've simply have to learn to make do, as one does. Just sleeps there all day? For now, I've heard he'll be heading out after the election. Can't wait. It's all about the Griffin. Let's leave it at that. Vera's not happy about the Griffin. And access to the warehouse. Of course, we could have that arranged. It'll take some time, of course, security clearance and such. Unless. I suppose it could be sped up if you were to help me out in a matter I'm dealing with at the moment. Would you be interested? I can hear it out. Great. She walks over to a drawer and pulls out several papers. I've got a perfect task for a strong cleric like you. I am not strong. Stuffs the yellow document in your hand. AFAs. AFA? AEFA. An Ascali Economic Freestrider Accord. I've been unable to hand them out previously due to a number of legal reasons that are being stripped away if we land in good position with the future government. So in preparation, we're opening talks to a number of local entrepreneurs. Having these handed out by an official cleric would make the process a lot more official, however, greatly expediting the process. At least our numbers would seem to indicate folk are much more agreeable to city officials than our own staff. I guess you can assume why. You want me to hand out pamphlets? Oh, no. She taps the document in your hand. These are legal documents showing every clause in local EFA. Very generous terms that will greatly assist local corporations in growth, revenue, and stability. We're not all talk, you know. We do actually support local infrastructure and business, quite heavily. And the first step is getting this business is to actually join our accord. Yeah, it always sounds nice until, you know, monopolies form and such. You want me to hand out contracts? Yeah, mostly for them to take a good look at. Once we get 3 Tolstoy businesses on paper, we'll have met our pre-election quota. That'll make my bosses very happy. And that would make me happy. 3 businesses, huh? If you want to deliver them to more, just go ahead. Businesses need to be established, but not necessarily registered. If you're not sure, you can hand them out anyway. Off the top of my head, I can recommend Weiskin's Lich House and the Drunk Sphinx. Those are literally the 2 I was like, well, those are probably easy ones. I don't know about a third person. I'm sure you can find more. She winks. Come back once you've handed them out, and I'll return the favor. All right. Didn't realize there was a spell scroll there. Oh, it's there, is it? Spell scroll for emergencies. What's that? A coastal hemisphere. Yeah, I gotta check out the fireplace. The 8 band, you see Divini, Torum, Askin, Reeds, Vorgeni. Oh, wait, hold on. The most important thing you to do with a globe. Spin! Revealing the other 4 bands. Oh, I just wanted to spin the damn thing. Karkamish has awesome tea. That's all for now. I'm guessing this is, let's go down to the docks. I can try. Yep, now I'm down here. Oh, that's the warehouse, right? Yeah. Not allowed in just yet. What's your deal, Skipper? Evictus. God damn it. A guy, dwarf, average height, collected, down to earth, true to his feelings, decent, smart, chill, cool, nice to animals, not much else to it. Alright. Hey, pal. Along the docks, you see a bustling of humans and dwarves, cargo moving about among hard, salty waves hitting the pier. The grand port of Waterlane. You see only a glimpse from the dockyard here. This is where business happens. Though it's the quiet side, looking across the span, you see ships are docked at Westwalk, or Waterlane West, whatever they call it these days. On the edge behind the Freestrider HQ, a number of workers are hanging around drinking and talking. One of them, a long-haired dwarf with droopy eyes, throws a cool head nod. You look like a cleric. Yes, I'm the cleric. Hello. I thought that'd be clear by now. By now? I've never met you before, man. If you would question your devotion to being a cleric. It is pretty obvious. Alright. I mean, who else would dress like this? The goblin gestures towards your outfit. True, I guess. What's your story? My story? Yeah. Jesus, okay. I'm not that interesting. I just did like what most exiles do. As the VK got all stale, none of us could find a job. We moved downriver. Earth was real cool back in my day with all that stuff. My dad took me and my sister all the way down, worked at the GSP, you know. Never got into construction myself, but since I finished school, I've been on the docks, not here. I've worked over at Wall Lane for a year or two. But I've been all over the city, really. The GSP, Outlet, Ice Bay Point, North Housing. Had a gig with the factory on North Wall before the Bone Purge, but they shut that down and took it as zombies. So yeah, not a fan of freestriders, but the AR pays well. Nice folks. Beyond that, I'm looking for a wife at the moment. Had my eyes on this gal who lived in the hills last year, but she liked my friend Jage more. Don't blame her, he's got a real nice mustache. Haha. Though it gets hard saving up for a house these days, I'm not sure I'll ever be able to afford the whole family life, you know? True. Maybe I should vote as Gal. What a lovely story. Regular dwarven tale. Thanks for asking, cleric. Don't usually act all nice and kindly, you know? Goes in for a fist bump. Do it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Your Snell audibly yawn. Can you let me into the thing down there? Nah, man. Only freestriders. Damn. Alright, well. Vera, yeah, apparently. It's a bit messy with the election, which is understandable. Yeah, alright. I guess I could, there's the book, guys. I could try giving them the pamphlet, right? The guys fixing my damn book. They're not around until night, though. God, I'd like to go below, but they just keep giving me shit to do. I want to... A goods hatch. Yeah, let's see if I can't interact with that now. Also, yeah, it's just spit me in the same room. I can walk past... Yeah, okay. I was going to say. We've gotten to the point where I can just walk past him, right? Approach the goods hatch. It's a very small goods hatch. I don't think the freestriders will be too happy when someone's sneaking in through the roof. Someone squats down with the rusty hanging lock. But damn, look at this rusty thing. I really don't value security around here. I could just pick the damn lock. I mean, I don't... Yeah, I'll leave it for now. I'm not sure I want her on my bad side. Or I want to be on her bad side, rather. I'll remember that's there, but... That's a real for later situation. Maybe I could give, like, one of them to the kid, running, like, selling the newspapers or the zines or whatever. Doubt he'd be able to do anything with it, but, you know. Worth a try. I couldn't tell what was going on. Like, I could see that was a goblin. For a second, was like, does this goblin have a pompadour? I really just could not tell what the hell was going on with her. Yeah, nothing else over here. Okay, so... I guess I could see if the bar's open, but I think they open at night. At the very least, I have business back in the necromancers anyway, and I gotta talk to the halfling woman. Oh, is this, Here's a tavern. Oh, for God's sakes. Opens it. Yeah, okay, it's not open. So in order to solve the Sphinx's riddle, I need to, like, dismiss Snell and then have it be night, I guess. Because it do say I need to be alone for that. God, I want my book as well. My old spell book. But the bastards only operate at night for some reason. I guess engage. Here's the thing from the freestriders. Oh. Looks slightly reading the text. An economic accord. How quaint. I have to hand them out to help Vera. I know very well about the free way of business in the East. I have no interest in dealing with these methods unless I am forced to in the event of governmental shift, which, considering you have been instructed in handing these out, is most likely exactly what's going to happen. Thus, I will indeed most likely sign this in the end. He's being a bitch about it. Who cares? You don't sound too happy about it. Does he ever sound happy? Could in theory pickpocket him. This guy? Dice roll? We'll see what the odds are like. If that is the way of things, I much prefer the rule of Earth, a so-called meritocracy. Capitalistic society of reeds is based on foul bureaucracy. Nothing else. The smell after sunrise, but before the bar opens proper. Oh, can I go when it's not open to solve the riddle? I still don't know what the answer is, but maybe I have to go there and it'll, like, sort of guide me, dice roll me there. I will manage it well, but in principle I will stew in resentment. Yeah, same. Meets your fist in the air and places paper on his desk among many other documents. Is that all? Yeah, I can trifle him. He has a charm person spell and mind expansion. I can just take this for some reason. You should have a key. There's, like, this has a roll to it. Pickpocket item. Anyway, thanks. Be taking that. Whoop. Taking that. So yeah, now I got these bracers of thievery. Bonus dex. God, I do not have enough space. My space. I suppose I picked up a, oh, I can, take another one. Class conflict. Or, tea shop that blew up. All right, what does this do? There we go. What is loneliness? Excuse me. What is it? The feeling in your chest? The knowledge of lacking, of being without this thing hanging veil-like on a connective tissue between others? Is it something or simply a void? What's this got to do with the tea shop? Everything. It is a central theme. So, you've come to solve a mystery. Prep it'll come in handy. Yes, yes, yes. Refrain from telling me how to play the game, please and thank you. If you asked him to do spell scrolls, teach magic, he's just giving you the scroll. Oh, fair enough. Yet what you find is everything working against you. Yeah, it's pretty annoying. It has been difficult, yes. Political forces work against each other, not in direct competition, but indirectly as the election looms over all folk. A coin lord who wishes nothing to be brought to light under his reign, a chieftain who wishes to hold her domain tightly, caught between a poor woman in a tea shop. I'm well on my way dealing this. What's this got to do with loneliness? For you, despite these tribulations, it has proven a revitalization, a return to form. This last year has been terrible. It's been fucking awful. Yeah, but now, you're on your way to handle it all. All thanks to Snell. Yes. His presence is a good in your life. He is potentially a friend. A friend? Friendship is not a necessity. Nor is it beauty, nor is love. Nor is beauty, nor is love. They do not help you survive this world. I think they do. Maybe necessity, I suppose, by the strictest definitions, is not, but they really help you survive the world. If there's an option to ask, do you have spell scrolls or can you teach me magic, it's good to try those. That's how you get a lot of spells. Oh, I see. Rather, each of those things give value to survival. So the empty hole in your chest does not open up as wide at the end of your next quest. When the silence of your tower office or the room at your mother's apartment does not engulf you quite so suddenly and hastily. But then you can ask yourself another question. What is tea, really? Are you shifting the topic? A warm liquid filtered through leaves of varied distinguishing plants, only to be served to free-spirited youthful folk of common cloth. A drink of the post-war era. These youths sound like idiots, and then this drink explodes. It does not. However, you see at the center of Norvik, in the middle of the chilled river Torna, sits a fortress. One filled with folk, each of them flowing through the alleys and tunnels and streets, at the center of which you find a tea shop. Stepping through its doors, you are immediately hit by a wave of exotic aromas. There are folk of all kind debating playing music and exchanging ideas within these walls. Stacks of newspapers thrown about the table. Behind the counters you see a dark, feathered creature serving freshly brewed cups. This is not a tea shop. There are many like it. This is a tea shop. There are many like it in Norfolk. There's nothing special about this one apart from the fact that it blew up. That doesn't sound very lonely. No, it does not. Pretty sure having friends helps with survival. I think love helps with survival. Mental, anyway. It was the best years of your life. It was the closest you ever came to having real friends. Most of it spent drinking halfling tea in Dvogby. With people. Oh, shut up. They used you. Aren't you the one always going on about exploited labor? Well, that's you. The lonely kid tricked into pushing dwarven propaganda, that's all. It's not so simple. There were also kids. Myron. She was trying to. You don't need them. Nothing to cry over, nothing lost. Everything gained, however. If you hadn't gotten arrested, you never would have joined the Earth Guard. It was destiny, a group of Asgalis turning on each other, running to the hills to survive. It builds character. Keep this goblin at arm's length. You don't know where he's been or what his intentions are. You will make it as a lone cleric against the world, as always. No, don't push him away. You gotta reel him in, just like everyone else. Your main problem is from the beginning has been one thing. Honesty. Keep showing your true colors. No one likes that. Rude? I like showing I love wearing my things on my sleeve. Keep it friendly, keep it light. Well, yeah, okay, maybe at the start, but like the game of hiding who you are and keeping it arm's length. Nah, fuck it. Just be honest. Ugh. Everyone should enjoy your company. They can enjoy company without it being a winning game. Without being a winning game. But if they enjoy your company, you win! Exactly. Everyone wins. Including you! Ignore this idiocy. Focus on the spells, learning retained knowledge and applying it during your downtime. Become an even greater master of memorization. Tell me more about friendly company. Oh, pick one of the... Oh, yeah, fuck it. Friendly company. Duh. Duh. You're gonna be a great friend. A true friend. And so you shall remain. Hey, I got level 3... I leveled up. Which, Spellbook? Where's my level up? I've completely forgotten how one levels up. Oh, this arrow, right over here. Level 4 reached. Third level spell, let's go! Plus 1 hit dice, ability score plus 1. What do I want? Could just keep trying to max my charisma. That could be fun. Equip the feat. Yes, I know! Jesus Christ. Honestly, I have another feat to go through anyway before I even decide to equip it. I have to weigh the pros and cons. Which one do I want? Look, if I'm gonna bang the Sphinx... Ahem. Wish I could put more points into it. If we're gonna bang this Sphinx, we gotta, max that shit. Anyway. Yeah, I have, this one as well. Yeah, class conflict. Gotta see what all my feats are. Now that I have 5 and can only equip 4, I gotta make a decision. They must have realized by now, you're not just some government goon. You are... Of course not. I am the cleric. Yes. The one and only Norvik's protector and hero of the downtrodden. The cleric. These are calling your duty, your life. Since you joined the Earth God to make sense of your unruly life of yours. It is your calling. This is where you found your zealotry, your love for this city, your meaning in life. Feel clerical. There are other traits as well. One's more in tune with your natural inclinations. Ah, yes, all that druid craft. Yes. You've shown promise as a primal caster. A friendly local druid. That is also a choice you could make in the coming years. One that would suit your demeanor well and potentially grant you access to healthy friendships. And so on. I don't know, man. I'm kind of all in on this cleric thing. With that name as your pride, you will keep going through divine sacred magic. The cleric, your healing spells increase an extra... Oh, they tell me what I do. Extra proficiency, you also increase... Heals also be increased by strength modifier instead of wisdom, if it's higher. It's not. Tell me about the druid. Spend more time outdoors. Ew. Extra proficiency rolls. This includes outside areas. Moist holes can... Ew. I'm ready to make a decision. Yes. You know. Yeah, the cleric. Oh, yes. Say it. I am the cleric. You are. Earth be blessed. Gotta love being a cleric. Anyway. So, oh, wait, shit. Inventory. Yeah. So, what does this do? During short rests, always roll hit dice with advantage. Snell gains extra proficiency with his initiative rolls. I like that. I like this Lady Fair thing. Restore 1 hit point for every hour. Democratic Herald, regain each time you ask someone who they're voting for in the election. That one I feel like has diminishing returns. I feel like there's only so many times I can ask people that and have it pay off, you know? So, what is this? Oh, that. Yeah. How do I unequip my... How do I unequip the feats? Choose feat. Too many feats chosen. Yeah, can I unchoose it? Oh, forego feat. Okay. Yeah. You can only add it back after resting. Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah. The cleric. There we go. All right. Now then, what am I here to do? Right. I want to talk to the... What time is it? Oh, God, it's already 2 o'clock. I want to talk to the merchant and see if maybe she can tell me anything about those tea leaves. And then I guess I have to go downstairs, like, into the dungeons. Definitely to meet with this guy who has... I guess I could talk to him about the magazine, maybe. Definitely to meet with the guy that has Speak with Dead. Maybe look around again. I can haggle. Okay, I cannot give him the contract, which is probably for the best. He is a child, after all. Night's a scrounge night. You've had frozen palak paneer, beets with goat cheese, and frozen artichoke in the air fryer. Girl dinner. Elman clears his throat and gives the halfling a bow. So you're the Kaga Mishian vendor that came in by the other day. Oh, I'm popular then, she gives the goblin a glare. This is the halfling I have a crush on, by the way. You're affiliated with this dragon I hear about. Yeah, everything work out in the application? It did, said my regards to your queen. She's not a... Sure, I'll do that. Gives a nod and steps back. She's not established. She's a traveler. Transient. That's a powerful spell. It is! But don't worry, I'm not a great wizard. It's a skin picture. Oh, right. What do you call it here? You have a specific term for it. She's not... some words do not appear to translate properly. Taps her lip. Looks at you. I thought skin picture would be like tattoo, right? Esoteric tattoo? Tattoo, that's the one. Paid a lot for it in the hazy. Fun fact, the inking was actually performed by a mummified frog woman. That is fun. That sounds interesting. Sure does. Took 2 weeks before anything I ate didn't taste like corpse dust, but it was worth it. To constantly have comprehend language or tongues going up, that is pretty cool. Can I not ask her about the tea? That seems like a odd thing. I guess. What do you know about the tea shop? She looks to her right. It's not in great condition. What about you, Snell? Looks to the left. Yeah, it's fucked. It's a snorting laugh. Sorry. I do not believe it was translated correctly through my magic. Anyway. It's fucked. Yeah, somebody shoved their cock in that tea house. I don't think that was translated right. Anyway, I don't know much as to why it became this way. I arrived in the afternoon on the day after it happened. On the day it happened. It's like back in your homeland. Her eyes look down. My home is not in great shape, I'm afraid. There's a strong inequality among the plain-touched. Great warlords rage across the borders of Feltire. The gem princes hold monopolies at every port. Deep City remains in a... Halfling holds deep, troublesome feeling about leaving her home behind in such a state. It's a wonderful place with wonderful folk, but I wish it was more like this place sometimes. It's full of conflict as well. True, but like the post-war demeanor, as in Reed's, there's great order in being established. One even trumping the esoteric forces at work around the coast. I hope it spreads further. That's all I want to know. It's so weird I can't ask her about the tea, since it's from her homeland, and I'm like, you know anything about this tea? Anyway. Well, that's disappointing. If I have the key, I can check out the drunk sphinx, I suppose. Which is... Is it this way? Yeah, it's down here. See if I can't give Rick's Biter a flyer, and at least it's 2 done. And then, unless I'm forgetting anything, I think it's time to head below. See if I can't find the Speak with Dead fella. Oh, I want to stop in on the church, I guess. Ah, Rick Spider's nowhere to be seen. Where the hell's Rick Spider? Ah. Fiddled sticks. Alright, let me get to the church so I can prepare some spells. And, then... I'll head below. Either by way of, if the gate's open in the church, I can just go that way, which would be easiest, or I'll, have to go down through the necromancer's shop. She doesn't live at the bar. She doesn't have a room in the back with you. Really? We're stuck? Really? Oh, alright, cool. You could have, like, a room above the bar. Why not? Oh, can you open the thing yet, or? Open that gate. I have the key. I need to check. Yeah, alright. Why? It's clearly stronger than you could have just said no. The city below, it is darkness incarnate. Do not tread without care. You never do. Alright, great. That was easy. Prepare some spells. Okay, let's see. Charm person, great. Cure wounds, sure. Shield of faith, love it. Speak with animals, can't go wrong. Bark skin, prayer of healing. Druidcraft is always prepared, it's a cantrip. I mean, I've got the options for 2 more, so why the hell not, right? Grease. I really don't give a shit about detect alignment. Any creature or types of aberration, celestial, familiar, undead will clearly be indicated to you. Any behold checks reveal the creature's alignment in accordance to your string. The spell affects all creatures. I just don't really see why that matters so much. Well. Maybe I'll have to fucking suffer without it. Anyway. I'm good. Prepared spells 0. What? Spells to prepare. Do I have to prepare all of them before... Oh, wow. You have to prepare all of them before you leave. Sure, alright. I mean, there's no reason to not have it, I guess. It's not like it's taking up room or anything. Anyway. He said coffin to the west? Oh! Okay. I was wondering how we got here. Now I know. Right, the lobsters. There they go. Coffin to the west. Is that duck? Wait, what? How'd you beat me here? I came down here immediately. Bow to him. He is very still, unmoving. Excuse me. Soldier, well fought. Oh, against the skeleton? Yes, literally. Oh, yeah. Holds a gauntlet towards the open tomb. Divinity hold ground. Feel it. The guy scares the shit out of me. Such an edgelord. Hold out hand to the tomb. The string. One of utmost importance. It cradles here. Wasn't there a riddle about a string? Within at one point. Grip the string. The first tomb of your god. Oh. God damn it. You attempt, but the string feels overwhelming. This is a fallen place, corrupted, full of dead. God damn it! Fear lines your heart. Nothing compared to the sanctity of this place. I'm not enough. I've never been enough. The world is not enough. Nor are you. Something has changed. I gained thaumaturgy. Cast it? Power swells within you. Unveils sacred locations throughout the city. Dark Knight says nothing more. He simply picks up his axe and leaves. You hear him take the stairs up to Earth, leaving you alone in the crypts. Well, noted. Thanks. Coffin to the west. Is that this by chance? Ah, so it is. Classic dwarven design used for early Earthfolk. Yep. Well, Tim bonking me. I got 15. Oh, God, this game's so good. I just lose all time when I play this game. Symbol of death, rebirth, dwarven forge. Pole. Oh, fuck. What was it? Rotate the handle. And twist. Soft click. Something's unlocked. Now pull the handle. Handle resists for a moment, then gives way. Nice. Revealing a narrow staircase ascending into darkness. Cold air rushes up. Ancient, stale. Thaumaturgy's good to have active while running around. Noted. Oh boy. Even deeper, huh? Doom! Into the dark. Thaumaturgy. Oh. Can only have one cantrip going, rather than druidcraft, I suppose. Very well. What does it do? Manifest a minor harmless wonder. Sign of supernatural powers that follows within range. The effect allows you to communicate with sacred entities and locations, granting you potential boons. Nice. That's a shard. Oh, is that our necromancer? Or is he an edgelord asleep in the coffin? Highly decorated skull. Oh, boy. An emerald. Ooh. Stepping in the hidden tomb, you see a colorful display of twinkling light through the gloomy and dusty air. An eerie altar placed on top, a skull and several colorful gems. Valuable, too. And shiny. Take one. You can get it appraised by someone downtown. The skull is a sign of death. Maybe don't touch anything. Look around. Like, this is the guy, right? The skull's gonna talk or whatever. The shrine's quiet. The colorful gems cover the altar, as well as the eye sockets of the central skull. Your legs wobble as you look upon it. You should pray to this thing. It is stronger than you. Hello? Viskin sent me here. Is anyone here? The fuck are you shouting for? As if lifted by some invisible force, the bejeweled skull rises from the altar. Its gleaming eyes twinkling in the light, its jaw chattering. The noise causes you to recoil. Death! No. No way. An unending wave of dread falls upon you. Earth, protect me. Protect you? Goblin tries to grab you, but freezes and groans. What the hell? Falls to his knees. He can barely stand. I can't move. Fucking goddamn it! What was the point of that ring? The dread is overbearing. The skull's jaw stops chattering. The noise disappears. You feel in control once more. Slightly. You wake me up for some trifling bullshit? You a trifler? Ha! Clicks his teeth together. I am the cleric. Try not to puke. Cleric, huh? A cleric of a dead god. Holy hell, this thing is terrible. Just being close to it ruins your posture. Your body cannot sustain this undeath. Skull lets out howling laughter as it shudders about the air. I am Necrolord Bondaval. Wahaha! Necrolord. That's the title of old Demeanor. Demeanor? Fuck, no, I don't know. You've been unfortunate enough to encounter here a remnant of the Arcanist left to decay in the land as mad form. A demi-lich. Punch the skull. Oh, wow. Advantage against bureaucrats. Viskin sent me here. The skull stops. Viskin? What are you, an apprentice? No. Demeanor. No? A slave, then? No. Hold on. Are you that cleric looking to speak with the dead elf? Yes. How did you know that? He rattles slowly. Viskin, let me know all about your little situation. Dude, fucking this guy. Oh, he did? Demi-lich clicks once. You're not very necromantically entangled, are you? Not really, no. I can see that. You see, I'm not just some horny wizard. Pff, I'll take things Nathan has said in D&D for 500, Alex. The skull drops down and flips around the table. I'm a goddamn mage! You hear the goblin groaning. The lich is surprisingly not a threat. For whatever reason, his intentions are far more sinister. He intends to teach you something. Oh, great. Trained in the arts by Hagen Dim, legends sent to fight on behalf of the greatest empire in history of yours, Arsprint. Necrolord is not some title, it's a calling, a dream! A dream of undead supremacy. One day it will be reached. You're a lucky one here, for I will help you guide to a string attunement. A necromantic attunement. You do that for me? Of course, I owe it to Viskin for one. And for second, I just love spreading the joy of death magic. Any sane man would. The skull is not sane nor man. I will attune with necromancy. Who are you voting for in the election? Goes against my ideological beliefs to vote. Democracy doesn't work, never has, never will. People are just too stupid. That is a flaw, yes. On average, statistically. Magocracy. Is that... or technocracy... might work. Hell's even oligarchy has its uses. Look at the Free Striders. But real democracy is foolish. Might help launch these others, more powerful forms of government into speed. But a real permanent democracy, a shit show. Just you wait. Sadly, it seems that way. What form of governments do you prefer, then? Magocracy. Is that mageocracy? Dominance by those with godly arcane powers. Yeah, mageocracy. What about the Coast War? Survival of the fittest. Insanity. Only reason it didn't have a majocratic winner on top after was because of yours inebriated ebbing. Terribly annoying. Ebbing? Huh? Of course. You haven't heard of it? The Esoteric Ebb. The name of the game! Didn't think I'd get to do that in this one. He is speaking of the lack of powerful magic in our world. The lack of magic. We can talk about political theory all day, but if the ebbing had not occurred, Arcanists would still rule the coast. There's no argument to be had about that. People were terrible for the realm. You were not there, so I will not blame you for your ignorance. Trust me, we did wonders for the coast. Brought esoterical industriation to a land of barbaric feudalism. The Demi-Lich holds much knowledge despite his mad nature. Ask him, what is Ebb, truly? Demi-Lich swirls around the air before landing on the altar. I say the same thing most rational arcanists said back when it was first discovered. Yor is alive. He is haunting us, taking away what he gave us with his strings. As a joke or a punishment or a gift, who knows? Personally, I'm furious at him if he is indeed there watching us. Interesting. I think it's interesting internally. I have double advantage. Well, I need... Speak with Dead. Know anything about the tea shop? Nah. Seem pretty well informed about things going on in the city. I get updates, but I don't know. Fun that it exploded, though. I don't have an opinion on the explosion himself. I'm looking for why it exploded. It's probably a rogue wizard, some kind of magic item mishap. Whenever a necklace of fireballs is smuggled from the floating cities down to the peasants, they always find a way to blow themselves up in the most spectacular ways. Hilarious. They used to be common. Not every day a village exploded in a fireball. Those necklaces were valuable. But sometimes someone smuggled one away from the front lines, or off a factory floor. I was never too into evocation magic for that reason. Too easy. Chuckles in a sinister way. How'd you end up like that? Like what? So handsome. Don't kiss ass, cleric. Nobody likes that. He's right about that, usually. A skull. Go silent for a few seconds. Clearly a rarity once you get him talking. I don't know what you're talking about. Demi-Lich is probably in denial about the whole being a skull thing. Oh. Lich, then. Ah, that. Long story. Oh, God. I've been around since the 300s. The Arcane era? Of course, what else? Well, pause is rotating. I'll talk your skin off, cleric. Please, no. He clearly loves to talk. Any question you ask, he'll answer. Got any kids? A dozen or so. Really? My wife, Alacia, ex-wife, was a prominent member of the MRS, Magocrat Reproduction Society. Oh. They're the first to forefront of women first magics. You know, the kind of stuff that makes the whole childbirthing and or rearing business into a cakewalk. Doesn't sound half bad. Never got along with those hags, but they did let me have 2 sons, so that's something. That sounds like feminism. Good job, brother. You implying sons are better than daughters? Not really. There's an argument to be made. They're much less of a hassle. But the MRS hags definitely had an agenda, you know. More girls, more members. I'm not crazy. I suppose you can have an agenda in that sort of thing when you're magically attuning with women. That argument's made by misogynists. Which one? He said a lot. What happened to your kids? I think some of them survived the fall. My blood wasn't prominent enough to be lineage persecuted among the Free Striders. At the same time, it's not like they received any inheritance. Logically, I should have some great-grandchildren scattered about in Dominiori. An argument can be made there easier. Oh, that one. What, men? I mean, it's a bit more, I think, accurate that in this mage lich society, the women are being, like, gathered up into MRS recruits. That's probably a complication purely for the women. In terms of raising them, yes, no, he's talking out his ass. Well, he doesn't have one, but you know what I mean. Sorry, what's it called now? Reeds? Stupid name, if you ask me. They should have called it Stridery or something. That would have been better. Stridiri? What's your greatest accomplishment? Oh! It's a bit embarrassing, but it has nothing to do with necromancy. Back in the war, I received commendation in Phazon. Big event, big deal. Well, the evening during the reception, I managed to seduce and charm a beautiful young lady. Turns out she was the daughter of Hagen Dim Arcanist. Can you imagine? Obviously, I married her straight away. Father-in-law made sure I was promoted to hell and back over the next decade. Got me deep in the Arcanist circle, until the accident, of course. You married up? That's your greatest accomplishment? Same, brother! What'd you do to earn accommodation? What's your greatest necromancy? Married up? Arcanist politics is won in the bedroom, not in the battlefield. Don't worry, there was true love between Asela and I. Michaela? Asilia? She was a great scribe of the area, that glorious woman. We didn't divorce until after a century of lichdom. Do you understand how rare that is? That was love. That was love, it was. How morbidly romantic. Can you imagine 100 years of marriage? Amazing, I agree. Last I heard, she was headed into a mercantile faction in Feltire. Clicks his non-existent tongue. Gods be damned, I miss that lady. Her body, yes, but her mind. Strangely idealistic for an Arcanist Lynch. Which is, this Lich is talking all night long, it seems. Not really worth talking much about. The accident, yeah. After myself and my dear wife had both achieved lichdom, I made some misplays in the politicking. Yeah. Stepped on the wrong foot, so to speak, got my entire splinter house exiled from Hag and Dim Coalition. One thing led to another, yada yada, ended up in Ascani. The lord of the fortress invited me to stay a while. Did some freelancing, you know, newly divorced dad shit. Marriage bad, wife nag fun. What do you mean? He said he loved being married to her. He missed her mind because she was like a cool-ass lich. It's like Clover doesn't even pay attention. Once Earth arrived, I ended up working on some of his paladins. Never met the fellow, but I liked the cut of his jib. Where'd you grow up? Small village called Cree 4. I'm gonna assume that's Cree 4. Oh, Charisma. Yeah, no. The rare disagreement from Charisma and myself. I've been all about Charisma, but it turns out doesn't like marriage. Fuck you, Charisma. Marriage good. Marriage fun. I take your messages out of context. Well, listen, with a delay and you not, like... I only have so much to go on with the delay if the message is not deliberately pointing out what it is it's referencing. So that does mean I just sort of have to, like, guess at what you're referring to. I admit it's an inherently flawed and unclear system. I don't think either one of us is particularly to blame, although you seem keen to blame me. We had barbarian invasions from the Vorgeni border every year. To protect them, I raised our dead from the village crypts. Those were some bloody battles, I tell you. It took a dozen heads before the message got into their thick, giant skulls. Lord of the Fortress? The Fortress of Verdun. You know, esoteric, shadowy, miles-wide castle. Sounds like a crazy dungeon. Sure is. Lord reached out, was looking for necromancers, and had some new tricks. Who was the Lord? No clue. Paid well and let me research the crazy stuff going on there. Still have no idea what the fortress actually is. My professional guess would be its esoteric pocket gone wild. Like a slice of pure negative energy, it's landed right in the Ishkani and can't escape its bubble. Just one of many weird wonders of the coast. The Fortress of Verdun is a popular dungeoneering location. Lots of treasure to be found whenever a hole opens up. When the fortress opens up, there's always a troop of merchants setting up camp outside the entrance. I kind of like that. Who taught you necromancy? A ghost, actually. Haunted a ruin outside my father's farmstead. Led me to my first spell book, told me how to pull strings and fast-track my spell slot accumulation. Her name was Ulina Prax, a wonderful, crazy harlot. Kaida, you have a new nickname. Where's she now? The skull does a spin. She was captured by a high-ranking exorcist after I built my first squadron. Last I heard, she was part of Free Strider Trade Prince's personal collection. Keeps her in a bottle. Rejected. You don't like, wonderful, crazy harlot? Ugh, fine. Nathan, new nickname for you. Like she's a genie or something. I would have gone with a fancy box myself or an urn. Cool, gives me a better picture of your life. God, I enjoy the view. I mean, I have double advantage. I need a 19 or better, though, even with double advantage. The odds of that are slim. Maybe if I ask him, what are you exactly? You never did ask. I'm a terrifying lich, of course. He does not consider himself decayed, a sign of madness. Right. You'd have to be pretty stupid not to. What? You never asked, I'm a terrifying lich. You'd have to be pretty stupid not to. Oh, got it. You'd have to be... I see. He's lich-like. Okay. Everything increase int? Yeah, it's already equipped. It's +3. That's a little better now. That's what, 18? No. That's still 19, isn't it? Fuck. I thought it lowered the DC. Was I just wrong originally? Was it 24? Tell me about Viskin. Lovely bastard. Gave him a serious case of testicular torsion once. Can't believe he ever forgave me. Pure evil. Let's out a maniacal laugh. Why would you do that? Try to imagine someone sneaking up behind someone and doing a twisty twirl. A joke? Just out of nowhere. It was a joke. No. We had a little war going on. I just left my position in the fortress of Verdun. It was 30-ish years, I believe, right when your Earthfolk had begun growing quite bold in the River Torna. Decided to sneak into the city. That's when I saw him. An old opponent, Weiskin. I immediately remembered his ugly mug, his rotten soul engineering. Just how old is he? No clue. Maybe 100? 2? Either way, I decided to kill him and take his place among the mortals of Norvik. A couple of magic duels and assassination attempts later, and we were at a stalemate. Although I considered it more just me getting tired of hunting him down all the time, him and his goons. Our battle came to an end, though, when a local vampire started messing with us both, threatened to expose us, so we joined up. Team up of the century, or the decade at least. You two fought a vampire together. It was an epic duel of the shadowy fates. Skull bounces around. Together, however, the vampire was easily eliminated. The old dick twist. In the aftermath, we decided to work together. Vice can even help me get the sweet alcove for myself. Share research from time to time and work together to figure out the mystery of... He stops. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about something else. Who is the vampire? Thomas Darrow. Darrow, huh? A nobleman, which made him more dangerous. Right. Darrow. Bloodline can be found all over the city. You don't say. Slander, surely. Uh-huh. Hopefully. Cut him down without anyone suspecting a thing. Maybe I shouldn't say this out loud, but who cares? The mysterious death of Thomas Darrow was written about quite extensively in the magazine about 15 years ago when you were a kid. Thomas Darrow. So that's what happened to the lost uncle of Darrow House. What was that about research? Nothing. This is nothing more. No other questions. Okay, well... I mean, I gotta try. Double advantage. Minus... I need a 19 or a 20. Damn. Close. Let's go to this little dance. The strings are always different for each school, aesthetically speaking. Everyone views them differently. Abjuration to me is steel. Evocation is lightning. Necromancy is flesh. Perhaps that can help. The Mad Dimulach offers you knowledge. You do not need it. Show him. Of course you can attune to necromancy easily. You're a genius. Okay. Do you remember? I remember that course in school. All clerics underwent the undead control class. They focused on hostile destructions of undeath, not so much of the management of it. But the teacher cast an animation spell to create a zombie for you all to train on. They were pale like death. Yes, try it. He giggles in a sort of insane, creepy way. There are many strings. Twist this one. The old string twist. The string grows dark, black as night. Fuck me! What is it with the health in this game? It's like I insulted Chad or whoever wrote this fucking game. Oh yeah, Token, you're gonna get max damage on every fucking roll. Oh, gods. Fall to your knees. They're weak. I cannot help him now, goblin. He laughs. You did something all right. You tossed a ton of negative energy right into your damn heart. First time I've seen someone do that and live. Impressive. Yeah, it was close. I'm alive. You're alive, not a zombie or something. I'm alive, I think. That's the spirit. Try again later. You'll get it eventually. Maybe you should rest first or something. Sounds worried. You should be. Well, now it's only a 17. You failed once, not again. Still get double advantage and whatnot, but damn. Alright. Let me fucking heal. 5 health. Cool. Awesome. Right. I'm gonna end there for the night. What to do? I was supposed to get the fucking spell from him and chat with, the dead person, but he's gonna be a bitch about it. I'm not sure how I'm gonna proceed. But that's for me to figure out tomorrow. Till then, Love you all. Be good people. This game's rad. Create a new save file. This will be called, boy howdy, what do? I can't put a question mark in. I can probably get my book back tomorrow at least. Good night, everybody.